Athletics on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here Governor Sports are brought to you by Wind Circle, the Clubhouse Hotel and Suite, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Faith Lutheran Church, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Slumberland Furniture, and Lamb Motors.
Graceland Taylor looking up ahead for Berry. She's got it on her foot. Ryan Berry coming in to the top of the box. Berry is in. Her shot. She scores! Ryan Berry makes it 4-3. And the Governors, they were down 3-0. 35 seconds in the half. And with 1:05 left to go in the second half, they have taken a 4-3.
And by AGE, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency. Country Carpet. Capital City Campus. Shane's Pharmacy. Floss Dentistry. Graves Plumbing. And Ferding Electric.
Here is Huber. A bump set for goes. Blocked up by the Governors. We're tied at 14. A big block for the Governors. Sherwood is over there. 14-14.
Here Governor Sports is also brought to you by Fisher Rounds, Access Health, Billion Auto, Weatherall, The Swartz Agency, Zander Auto Parts, Todd's Electric, First United Methodist Church, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, and Gales Gas.
Kinos will load it to the end zone. Zabel's open. Catch is made. We are tied at 34.
Here Governor Sports is also brought to you by River Bottom Sanitation, Agtegra Cooperatives and Wheat Growers, Dakota Sprinkler, Graham Tire, May Adam, Nystrom Electric, State Farm, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Avera, and Dakota Prairie Bank.
Kinos will take the snap. He'll take the knee. And for the 6th straight year, as they beat the T-Area Titans 35-20, 6 consecutive titles, tying the all-time record in South Dakota history for consecutive titles here in the state.
And also by Wheelhouse Auto Body, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Wagner Auto, Anderson Rumpke Dental, Bank West, Stulkin Peterson LLP, Sanford Health Clinic Pierre, and Beck Motors. And now to the booth with the call of the game with award-winning KCCR Sports Director John Winkler.
It's the home opener as the Pierre Governors host the Brookings Bobcats here in the second game of the season as the Govs look to go to 2-0. After Brookings was shut out last week, the Governors with their shutout over Aberdeen Central, and now the Govs will be looking for maybe a second straight shutout. John Winkler alongside Mendo Miller here on this Friday evening, a warm Friday night, much warmer than what we had last Friday in Aberdeen, and Mendo coming into this game, A plus B equals C. A shutout for Pierre. Brookings was shut out. You would think that just equals a shutout for the Governors here tonight. But that's if the Governors are thinking that, it's going to be the exact opposite, and there are going to be a lot of points being scored by Brookings. But the Govs have the defense, have the offense to make another big win.
Yeah, exactly. And, I think Coach Steele's probably got them focused. I don't think that any player on the field is going to think that A plus B equals C type of thing. You wish it would work that way, but they play the games for a reason, and it usually doesn't work that way. So I think they'll be focused. I think Steele will have them ready.
And it's a young Brookings team with just 5 seniors on the in the starting lineup, 4 of those playing both ways. So this is a team that was probably getting a lot of first-time varsity experience last Friday. And from game 1 to game 2, you can see a lot of improvement, especially in football.
Yeah, that's what they always say, right? Most improvements you make is between the first 2 games. Especially a young team, especially a bunch of players that haven't maybe played varsity before and used to the speed. So I'm sure they'll be ready, and obviously they have nothing to lose. Go out and try to take on number 1 and see how they stack up.
Well, we are getting set for kickoff. We're just about half an hour away from kickoff right now. We're going to hear from both coaches, both Brady Clark first of the Brookings Bobcats, and then Coach Steele coming up second. We'll step aside for 3 minutes and come back with our first coaches interview with Coach Brady Clark of the Brookings Bobcats. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
This fall, take some time to think about your future while the leaves make their way down to earth and the last sunset of summer leaves us with an autumn chill. It's time to grab the nearest foam finger and break out the face paint. Rush the stands with First Dakota National Bank and forget how to blink. Fall sports are back with jaw-dropping plays, an electric atmosphere, and epic scores. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Sure.
As we welcome you back here to the pregame show on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, joining me is Coach Brittany Clark of the Brookings Bobcats, who we get set for this matchup between Pierre and Brookings. And Coach, let's first talk about Week 1. Not the outcome that you're hoping for against Watertown, but when you look at that game, if you look at the final score, it says differently than what maybe the game was actually played, with a couple of breaks that go differently for you guys in your favor. Things might be a little bit different for you. So overall in that first game, what'd you take away that from that game against Watertown?
Hey, first, thanks for having me. Yeah, it was a great learning experience for our guys. You know, we're a young group and we lack experience in certain areas. We're not trying to use that as an excuse, but it's just the reality of it. And Watertown came out and they put 2 scores on us very quickly, and we responded to that in a not so positive way, and really at halftime just challenged our guys to, you know, finish what we started, and you know, it doesn't matter if we come out with a win or loss. You know, we define success as giving our very best to be the best we can be, and I thought we came out second half and responded well, and you know, we held them on defense and cleaned some things up in all 3 phases of the game. And offensively, we were able to move the ball a little bit more, but we obviously want to see that continue to progress in a positive way for us. And so, you know, end of the game, you know, it wasn't the start we wanted by any means, but there are definitely a lot of things that we can learn from and grow from, and looking forward to seeing how that translates to tonight.
So you mentioned too a young team, and you mentioned too, don't want to make any excuses, but there's going to be some growing pains with only 5 seniors in the starting lineup in total, 5 playing on offense, and then 4 of those 5 playing the other way on defense as well. So for your perspective too, obviously that means that you're hoping that Brookings continues to trend in the right way, and these young guys, by the time they're juniors and seniors, or from the juniors now be seniors, there's going to be a pretty good Brookings team. But in 2023, how challenging? I guess you're only in week 2, so I don't want to say it's going to be challenging all season. But how challenging that first week of just trying to understand and make sure that guys know that is going to be some growing pains this year.
Yeah, it's something we've talked about a lot. And I think being honest with the guys is important. And we've just talked about it all the time, and we do every year. But we're going to deal with adversity this year on and off the field, and things aren't always going to go our way. And how we respond to that is ultimately matters. We can't put our heads down and say poor me or start blaming others. We have to stick together. We have to figure out a way to learn from our failure. And then keep moving forward. So, that's just the way it's going to be, and we'll keep improving week to week, and like I said, just excited to see where that goes, and on that note too, we just we're slowly seeing different guys start to step up as far as leadership goes. We have a certain group, but we're seeing more and more, and guys are just trying to feel where they need to be at as far as that leadership goes. What does the team need? Something we're talking about every day, and like I said, it's just one of those things. We're not going to use our lack of experience as an excuse, but it's the reality of it, and we're going to continue growing from that as players and as coaches.
And to go back here now to the Watertown game too, that you said you challenged the guys and responded well after. Maybe not so responding well at the beginning, but responded well towards the end of the game. We're going to talk with Coach Steele here in just a little bit, and he gave you guys a lot of props defensively because, again, when you look at the score, people might say, well, Watertown ran over Brookings, whatever it might be, but a couple of breaks that go differently. And he said too, this Brookings defense was very good against that Watertown offense, and one of the best running backs in the state for Watertown was kind of held in check throughout most of the game. So now going into this week, after having success defensively, how do you handle now trying to be successful again against this Pierre offense?
Well, Pierre is extremely well coached, and what you see with teams that have had the success that Pierre has had over the years is they're always hungry and they're always finishing. They do the little things right, and and that's just something we're preaching and we're talking about, and we just want to see our guys come out and do the little things right, not make the mental mistakes. And as far as coaching goes, we need to put them in a position to be successful, to be able to have the opportunity to do those things. And at the end of the day, we just have to have players that want it more than the coaches do. And coaching, we need to make sure we're putting them in the right spot to be successful. And, against a peer team, any peer team any year since I've been coaching here in Brookings has always been a group that is very well coached and very disciplined. And for us, we're excited for the challenge and the opportunity to play, peer and successful programs like that, because it's only going to make us better if we allow that, to make us better.
And then going on the offensive side, what do you guys need to do to be able to get through that defense? Obviously, they didn't give up any points last Friday against Aberdeen Central. So when you watch film, what do you guys need to do offensively to try and break through that defense?
We need to, we try to win the turnover battle, both sides of the ball. We've talked about just the extra effort, running backs breaking tackles, receivers breaking tackles, yards after catch. Every yard, matters. And it really all starts, though, on both sides with the line of scrimmage. And we need to be able to try to control the line of scrimmage and eliminate mental mistakes in all areas. And, just like I said, football's a simple game. You can allow it to get really complicated, but at the end of the day, we just have to do perform our fundamentals correctly, and that's how we grow.
Your sophomore starting quarterback, Jones Huntemer, going into a second game here into this season. What do you want to see from him to keep that progression going?
Definitely want to just continue to see his leadership grow on the field. Make sure guys are getting the right spots, making our calls, and just for him we need to get him into a groove, being comfortable, and like I said, that's us as coaches putting him in a good spot to be successful, and the guys around him. And he's a sophomore quarterback, but like I said, we're not going to use that as an excuse. And we're still, the expectation for him is continuing to get higher and higher each week, and I think he's done a nice job of accepting that role and competing for that spot still as well. So we'll looking forward to seeing him take another step forward tonight.
And again, talking here with Coach Brady Clark of the Brookings Bobcats as they're closing in on kickoff here tonight. Coach, before I let you go, I'd like to ask this to every coach, whether it be the peer coaches or their opponents. The biggest reason here for Brookings, if Brookings wins tonight, what's going to be the biggest reason in your mind that Brookings does get the win?
For us, just our 4 keys to the game, breaking tackles, no mental mistakes, and controlling the line of scrimmage. I know that's more than one, but it's just and avoiding the explosive play, the big play on defense, and making them on offense. We have it all comes down to those 4 keys, and if we can win those battles, and that would be a highlight for us.
Coach, hey, I appreciate you talking to me here this evening. I appreciate always being helpful and talking with me every single year. Good to talk to you again. Hopefully, guys, safe travels here, and good luck on Friday, and good luck here this Friday and also the rest of the season.
I appreciate having me on. Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the pregame show next year in 3 minutes on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission driven to provide affordable, high quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
Wind Circle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity professionals will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. Wind Circle has many hardware options. Dell, Barracuda, Lenovo, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today at 605-224-1111 and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
Victory is sweet, but defeat stings. Where do you turn when things start to go badly in your life? This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. God loves you. He's by your side no matter what life brings. I encourage you to join us for family-friendly, encouraging worship. Whether today is a day to give thanks or to seek God's comfort, you'll find help and support at Faith Lutheran Church.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Announcing the Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. The Labor Day sale means that you'll save up to 60% off list prices in store and online. Yep, it's big. You'll find your favorite brands and styles on sale with new items to shop and compare. And not just main room groupings, accent pieces, and accompaniments as well. Plus, the Sleep Solutions area has just what you need for that perfect night's sleep with the widest selection available. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Slumberland Furniture on the truck bypass in Pierre and slumberland.com. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Join me as Coach Steve Steele here, the Pierre Governors, as they get set for the home opener against the Brookings Bobcats. And Coach has got to feel good to be back at home. Last time you played was early November last year, and before you go to the state championship, open up in Aberdeen. But it's always nice to be at home, but it's got to be nice to get back to home for the first time in 2023.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where the first time when fall rolls around and you're ready to get those home games in, and you got to go on the road. So you wait that extra week, but now everyone's ready, everyone's excited, and it's always good to see the green jerseys on.
Brookings last week, they lost 33-0 to Watertown. What did you see in that game? What Watertown did well, and what maybe you get lost in the score that doesn't indicate what the score should have been?
Yeah, really Brookings defense played very well. Watertown returned the opening kickoff, and then Brookings went 3-and-out and punted, and the first punt's blocked and returned to the one. So essentially 14-0 before the Watertown offense had a real drive. And then they stopped them for, a good portion of that next little bit. And then obviously after that, they hit a long pass and then put a couple drives together. But the Brookings defense is pretty solid. And, their offense, we just expect to be a week better.
And so, after shutting out Aberdeen Central last week, and then you get Brookings here this week who did not score in that game, how do you manage that to make sure guys are still getting better? Everybody's still looking to be better on the defensive side. Because when you look at it and say, well, if they didn't score last week, we're not going to let them score again this week, which is probably the goal right now. But at the same time, you can't just assume that's going to happen without working hard to make that happen.
Yeah, it's just been another week of, this is a team that they like to do what they do. So it's been a big week of film. And I'm trying to understand, hey, when they line up in motion here, this is what's coming. And just kind of figuring all those little small details out because, like you've said, we had an outstanding game defensively last week. We should have another one this week. And they don't want to lower that expectation for any reason.
Offensively, or I guess go back to the defensive side here, is what needs to be better for the Pierre Governors defensively, because when you score 0 points, you can't get any better than that. You can't take away points. You can't go negative on the other side. I guess you could score points on the defensive side to be better, but when you looked at film, what needs to be better about the defense that is already really good?
Yeah, I think the only goal they didn't accomplish of the team goals for D was giving up a play of more than 20 yards. They gave up the one run to the outside there right before we got the interception. So just we've got to lock down the edges a little bit, and then really just we can't afford one lapse of focus. So especially from our outside guys, we can't afford them to jump inside one time and give up the edge. And that's really what happened was they jumped inside once, they gave up the edge. It was 25 yards, good rally tackle. But we just really want to have that perfect effort and perfect focus heading into the game.
And then the offensive side, everything was clicking for you guys. You had the fumble in the first possession, then you would score the next 3-4 straight possessions to finish out the half and begin the second half. What needs to be better about the offense that was, again, already really good last week?
Yeah, I just, in general, we've just got to continue to finish through the whistle. I think a lot of our plays, we had a lot of 7 to 9 yard gains that could have been bigger, but we didn't quite get to that last level defender. We didn't make that last guy miss when we did get there. That's really the big challenge for our guys this week is, continue to grind out those drives like we did. We had a couple long drives in that game, but at the same point in time, finish every play because, you don't want to be the reason that we gained 7 yards instead of 70.
Last week did not have a heat timeout. This week probably going to have that one with the temperatures being much higher than what they were against Aberdeen. You're probably not, though, unfamiliar with it just for the fact that you've been kind of practicing in it for 2 weeks now, 2 weeks of games weeks, but the fact that, it was just the one day was comfortable. Does anything change? I mean, how do you handle that, especially now in the game where you will have heat breaks?
Yeah, it won't be anything too different. Again, it's going to be just an important thing of getting into game shape. That's the hard part of these happening right in the beginning of the year, is just that, you're not fully into game shape just yet. Hopefully you get there quick, but hopefully also our depth is helping the situation and helping our guys be able to take a play or two off here to avoid those cramps.
Matthew Coverdale, we talked to you about it after the game on Friday. He left with an injury. Provide an update on, obviously not going to play this week, but provide an update on how he's doing.
Yeah, we should hopefully know more here in the next day or so. But we don't really know for sure what it's going to be. We know he's not playing today, and it's probably going to be a minimum of a few weeks. But obviously the longer side of that we won't know until we know.
The other thing too is now someone in his spot. Who's going to fill that role at least to start out here in this game, and how do you make sure guys manage their way through not having Coverdale in? Because that's big shoes to fill on the offensive line.
Yeah, and Jacob Mickinen, he was on our tackle the last week. He's going to slide over to Nub. We feel very confident in him, and he seems ready and excited for that challenge. And then this week was kind of a merry-go-round week on that last offensive line spot for some different, and we'll probably see some different looks today. Between Ty Michael, Cale Munson, and Matthew Coughlin, and Coulter Babcock too, kind of slid down to just to see what it looked like at tackle, and so all of those guys kind of bring a little bit of something different, and obviously the plan's not going to necessarily be to rotate them throughout the rest of the year or throughout the rest of his injury, but today you've really got 2 practices to figure this out, so there's probably going to be a little bit more rotating than you'd see normally with an offensive line.
And then there leads into, obviously, you want Coverdale to be healthy. You wish that he was out there for tonight's game and throughout the rest of the season. But it's a chance to see what, a guy that will really get a good shot in 2024 and still get this year in 2023, and a chance to see how the next offensive lineman will be for this Governor program here in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you feel horrible for Covey. It's a gut-wrenching thing to see anyone get injured, especially somebody who's worked so hard and come back and has such a high pain tolerance, so we're still hoping for the best there. And but at the same point, we've got to continue to move on. We can't afford to lose ground up front. And, I think all those guys provide something different. And, I think in a lot of ways we're going to be having another guy that's ready to go. So, whether or not he comes back, if he comes back this year, we're going to build our depth for this year. If he isn't able to come back this year, we're going to build our depth for next year. So it'll be a positive in the end, just hopefully for everybody.
Here in this game against Brookings, home opener, you get a chance to be in front of home fans. What's going to be the biggest reason for the Governors to pick up a win?
Yeah, I think the line of scrimmage would be important. Defensively, especially they like to run the ball. They're a very run-heavy team. So if we can control that and have our ends, do a good job holding the end, and I think, and keeping things inside, I think we'll do good there. And offensively, like I said, I think that full to the whistle blocking is going to be important. I really hope we can spring a few bigger plays this week. But at the same point, we've got to be content to just grind it out if we don't. So that attitude is going to be an important thing on the offensive side.
Is Hollister the best place to play in the state?
It is a lot of fun. I don't know too many that are better. There's some that are more fun to silence opposing crowds, but not too many more to, play in front of this crowd. This is a fun crowd, and we know it'll be rocking.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, John.
Back in the pregame show next in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the costs throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Enrich your life with opportunities at Capital City Campus. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Earn money while getting your associate's degree. Licensed practical nurse. Start your nursing career in Pierre. This program has a 97% placement rate. Need to brush up on skills? Capital City Campus has a variety of online courses to choose from. From grants and low-cost loans available, we'll work with you to help make college more affordable. Call Capital City Campus today, 605-773-2160, or stay connected and check us out on Facebook. Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
And as we welcome you back here to Hollister Field, the starters are being announced for both the defensive side for Brookings, offensively for the Pierre Governors. Going alongside Mendel Miller as we get set for this contest. And Mendel, one thing, we'll go through the starters here in just a little bit, but one big thing, Ty Michael is in the starting position for Matthew Coverdale, who's on crutches right now. They're still waiting to make sure that they know exactly the extent of the injury for Matthew Coverdale, but a big loss for this offensive line for a guy that's been a part of this offensive line for the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. Just feel sorry for him. Never like to see anybody get injured and things like that, and see him out there on crutches his senior year, it's got to be a tough deal for him.
So the Pierre Governors, again, wearing their green home jerseys with the black pants. The Brookings in all whites with the red numbers and lettering, the red helmets. The Governors with their traditional green helmets. No logos on either. Well, they're on the Governor's helmet. There is the numbers, I believe, on the Brookings helmets, with a little bit of silver to the the numbers on the Brookings helmets. But they'll have coin toss here at midfield coming up in just a moment. Again, the Pierre Governors here tonight. They play here with the kickoff coming up in just a minute. But then tomorrow it'll be Pierre Governor volleyball here on KCCR 2:30 with coverage, and 3 o'clock for serve as the Governors will take on Aberdeen Central. We've got plenty of college football. Tennessee, Virginia. We've also got then 2 college football games on Sunday with the Black College Football Hall of Fame game, and then also I believe it was LSU and Florida State Sunday night, and then Clemson Duke on Monday. We've got plenty of football for all weekend long right here on KCCR.
And you can watch all that Sunday and then take Monday off with a holiday and
That's right.
have a day to recover, right?
That's right. Well, you can still get the football on Monday as well. So that's that. As the Govs and the Bobcats getting set for kickoff in just a moment. Again, the Governors wearing those green jerseys with the white numbers and the black pants. Mendo, your thoughts here for this game, getting set, what the Governors need to do to make sure they pick up the second straight win.
Well, yeah, I think Coach Steele said it really well. Just continue to grind out possessions. I think that's what Pierre's going to hang their hat on here. And obviously with Coverdale out, try to find some cohesiveness on that offensive line and get some chemistry built up, hopefully with a lot of success.
We'll go with this referee for the coin toss.
I'll throw it up in the air, catch it in my open hand. Let's see what we got. What's the call? Tails. Call is tails. It is a tail. Brookings, you have won the toss. You can quick, receive, defend, or defer. What's the defer. Brookings has won the toss, elected to defer. You can kick, receive, or defend. You want the ball? Okay. Let's go with the one to defend. So let's turn this way for me. Let's go, great.
The Governors, they don't win the toss but get the ball as Brookings defers the second half. So Pierre will start with it. And the offense that scored 32 points last week had nearly almost quadrupled the amount of offense that Aberdeen Central had last week. And they get a chance to get moving right away. Over 450 yards of offense last week for the Pierre Governors. And they get going right away. And Mendel, that's... there's a lot of times where I like to say, too, I think any team against Pierre needs to take the ball right away. They need to try and score, especially last year, but especially how this first week has started. You want to try and get up on Pierre, at least try and play even with them in the first half by always scoring ahead of them and not trying to play from behind right away.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I think your best chance of being successful is getting ahead and making them have doubt. You give them the ball first. If you don't stop them, you're down 7-0 and you're playing from behind the whole night.
And the Brookings Bobcats were shut out last week, 33-0. And so now the Governors will get the ball first. Back deep to return will be Brock Mosier and Trey Lewis. Doing the kicking for the Brookings Bobcats will be Drew Johnson, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. He'll be the kickoff man, the punter, and the extra point man or field goal man as well. He's got it teed up. Referee's got the whistle blown. We're ready to go here. Week 2 home opener for the Pierre Governors as Johnson will run up on it, and he'll kick this one away. And we're underway here this evening. It'll be taken here by Brock Mosier around the 5-yard line. He's out to the 15 to the 20, gets out to the 30, cuts back to the 35, middle of the field to the 40. And Brock Mosier with a good run back, and the Governors are in business to open up this first drive as we go through the offensive starters here for Pierre. And it will be Kate Kaiser to lead the offense back out. Nearly 200 yards passing, over 200 yards passing, nearly 200 yards rushing as well. Almost 400 yards of a total offense for Kate Kaiser last week. He's got Brock Mosier, the running back, George Staley, and Tyan Buss will get his first start for the Pierre Governors. He's the receiver, along with Brock Mosier, out to the near side with an empty backfield. Tight end are Cooper Twilliger and Jet Zabel. That deep for the offensive line. It is the nub guard and Jacob Mickinen, the center Zayden Rounds, Matthew Brewer, the inside guard. The outside guard is Lucas Coleman, and Ty Michael, the tackle, as Kate Kaiser will get the take the first initial run. He's going to get to the 41-yard line, back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down and 10 here for the Pierre Governors after their first run goes for nothing.
Yeah, Brookings obviously studied up and know that Kaiser's really effective on the ground, and even though Pierre spread them out with 3 receivers, 2 tight ends, they were ready for the quarterback up the middle.
Tyan Buss, again, that transfer from the Sturgis area, gets his first starts here in 2023. Almost had a man jump on that first initial clap there from Kate Kaiser. Offense will get reset, and now it's another design run here for Kaiser. Back up the middle, he makes one man miss. He'll get dive forward to the 46 before he is taken down. A gain of 5 for Kaiser, and it's 3rd down and 5 for Pierre. On their first drive, Govs fumbled on their first drive against Aberdeen and then scored the next 4 straight to go up 26-0 at that point.
Yeah, very similar play there, only they went right instead of left. Kaiser had a little bit more room.
10:48 left to go here in the first quarter. No score, opening drive of this ball game. Empty backfield for the third straight down. 2 receivers on the near side. Governors look like they've in the same formation all 3 times. Looking like they run the same 3 plays. And Brookings had that read perfectly. And a big defensive stop there for Brookings. And it's 4th down and 5. No gain for Cade Kaiser. And looks like they're going to bring out the punting unit on this first initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, Ethan Houtman there, the outside linebacker, scraped free off his defensive end, and Kaiser ran into him, and he made a nice play.
And now we get a flag. And well, this is it's going to be a sideline warning on the Brookings Bobcats, so nothing that will affect the position of the ball.
Sideline warning. 1 Brookings. It is your 1st and a half.
So nothing that moves the ball forward, because otherwise with 4th and 5, that would have really changed whether it got them a first down or right there near the hash mark of the first down. They probably would have gone for it. So now the 2 punters set back up, and Zabel and Kaiser. Zabel will pick it up. He will punt this one away. It's going to get over the head. It's going to be rolling to the end zone, and Brookings will fall on top of it. And a very dangerous for Gavin Hamrick to fall on top of it right around the goal line, right around the 2. And so Pierre will pin them back deep, and Hamrick didn't have to go get it. He gets away with it right now, but the Governors with a big punt there to flip the field position.
Yeah, great. He might have lost it in the sun. He's looking into the sun there. And then, as you said, he didn't have to go down and cover it. It could have bounced into the end zone. It was really close, but he took the chance and dove on it, kind of panicked a little bit there, and Pierre was right there. They might have been able to down it anyway.
So Jones Huntemer now, the starting quarterback, he's got an empty back, or he's got the I formation here as the handoff will go to the backfield, stepping through, and Brookings, who didn't have a whole lot of offense last week, Austin Anderson gets the first carry. Make that Gavin Hamrick that got the handoff, as they'll pick up a gain of 4 to around the 6-yard line to make it 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6, Bobcat ball.
And the Governor defense, they're starting out with the defensive line, Elijah Bucci, Austin Langdow, and Emmett Anderson. Titan Winkler, Trevor Rouse, the outside linebackers. Trey Lewis, the linebacker, along with Lucas Chamberlain. Then Chance Sarda. And there is Brookings to get a first down as Hammer gets a 2nd straight run. He's out to the 15-yard line. A gain of 9, and it's a first down for Brookings.
Yeah, big hole there off the right side of the Brookings offensive line, and got up on the safety, Eastland, really quickly.
So now it's 1st and 10 here for Brookings at the 16-yard line. A shotgun formation this time, and now Anderson will get his first run, trying to go outside the right tackle, and he is tackled right around that line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1 or 2 there for Anderson, and it's 2nd down and about 8. And the safeties, Spencer Eastland, and then the quarterback Spencer Schosberg and Carson Stosher. And Stosher had an interception, as now we've got a timeout, a official's timeout for an injured player, I believe, for the Brookings Bobcats right now with 8:53 left to go here in the first quarter. A man across the way from us that is down for Brookings, whether that be Anderson or not. I can't tell what number that might be. Might be Gavin Hamrick that is down on the far side of the field.
I see Anderson standing, so it's not him.
And it will be Hamrick that will get back to his feet. So Hamrick was the one that was hurt, but back up. Hopefully he returns back in the game. There is 8:53 to go here in the first quarter. We'll have a heat timeout at some point here in the next couple minutes. Didn't have one last week. Of all the entire week was 100 degrees plus. The weekend was 100 degrees. Everything this week 100 degrees. But somehow Friday up in Aberdeen was perfect to not have a heat timeout.
Yeah, great opening night.
I formation again here for the Brookings Bobcats. They'll hand it off in the backfield as it'll be a minimal gain out to the 19. About a gain of 2 to make it 3rd and 6 here for Brookings. I believe that was Anderson again that got the handoff.
I think that was Howman that time, but yeah, just straight up the middle, basic isolation out of the eye.
So now 3rd down and around 5. You got to get to the 25-yard line. Long 5 here for the Bobcats, short 6. Shotgun formation for Huntemer. 2 receivers out on the far side of the field. Huntemer's first pass over the middle. The catch is going to be made for a first down. And a big game, Bergen Tetzlaff makes the first catch from Jones Huntemer. He's out to the 36-yard line. And a big gain there for Jones Sunnemer to Bergen Tetzlaff.
Ball spotted at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now. Offensive starters for the Brookings Bobcats. It is the from left to right, Braden Statler, Andrew Hahn, Tane Friedrich is the center, Joey Fitzpatrick and Lute Hansen on the right side of that offensive line for the Brookings Bobcats. There'll be a handoff here as Anderson will get that, make that. Yeah, Anderson that will make that Owen Hope.
He'll try the right side of the line.
That will take that his first handoff, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
And just one and finish off those starters. The quarterback again, Jones Hunnemer. The running backs that start were Austin Anderson and Gavin Hamrick, Ethan Heltman, the fullback, and the receiver Nagy Thomas, and the tight end Bergen Tetzlaff, who's already got a big catch. And it's 2nd down and 9 here with 7:05 left to go here in the first quarter. This time a handoff that will go to Anderson, and Austin Anderson's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Yeah, really nice play there. Lucas Chamberlain coming off the left side, stopped him for a loss, just what they were hoping to accomplish.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 3rd and 10.
So 3rd down and 10 from the 36-yard line. They're going to get out to the 46 on their own territory. Big 3rd down here for the Brookings Bobcats. The Governor's trying to get off the field. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers here on the near side for the Bobcats. Huntemer will take the snap from the shotgun. He'll step up, throw in the middle, intercepted by Easlin. He's to the 30. He's going to be wrapped up by Anderson, trying to break his way free down to the 26. Spencer Easlin, his first interception of the season. And the Govs are in business with 6:21 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, great play by Easlin breaking on the ball. They almost ran pretty much the same play they ran on 3rd down before with Tetzlaff going up the middle. Tetzlaff's like 6'4" and really a huge target, and Eastland just read it coming at him, broke hard on the ball and picked it off. And he's cramping up already.
Yeah, Easel with the cramp. The referee did say that it's going to be the heat timeout as well, so we will step aside. It is a no score between Pierre and Brookings with 6:21 left to go in the first quarter. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Sanford Health Pierre Clinic provides comprehensive and convenient care to Pierre, South Dakota, and its surrounding communities. We care for all your health needs, including preventive care, pediatric health, annual checkups, chronic disease care, and more. Schedule an appointment today at 605-224-0369. Ask about our heart health specialists. Visit this clinic on the 3rd Wednesday every month. Sanford Health Clinic, Pierre, 605-224-0369. The throw out of the timeout, heat timeout, is going to be caught by Jed Zabel in the end zone for a touchdown, and the Governors will strike first. First play, 26 yards out, and Jed Zabel gets his 3rd touchdown grab of the season, and the Govs lead at 6-0.
Yeah, great pass there, just a post play. Zabel right on the goal line, goes up, perfect pass.
So after the interception, Eason was able to get stretched out, get rid of that cramp, and he turns that into 6 points. And now Ryan Berry on for the extra point to try and make it a 7-0 lead here for the Governors. Kick is going to be up, and it's going to be straight through the uprights. 7-0 lead for the Governors here with 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
It is a 7-0 lead, one play, 26-yard drive, a throw and catch from Cade Kaiser to Jed Zabel off of the Spencer Easlin interception. And the Govs have that 7-0 lead with 6:15 to go. And Ryan Berry starts out 1 for 1 on the extra points, and now Bria Sargent gets a chance to kick off here for the Governors. They'll be in action tomorrow as well because they're going to be traveling to Spearfish tomorrow morning to get out there early afternoon to take on the Spartans with a 2 o'clock Central Time. Both varsity teams will play at the exact same time out in Spearfish. And Mendel, you'll be out there watching that game, sending me reports, correct?
I will.
All right,
yes,
there you go.
and sometimes I get wrapped up in the games a little bit. The reports are few and far between, but I'll do my best.
Here is Sargent's kickoff. It's a short kickoff coming in on it. The ball is dropped. It's going to be picked up, I believe, by the Pierre Governors. And Sargent, how about that little bit of an onside kick there from Bria Sargent? The Govs have it at their Brookings 41-yard line.
Yeah, Lincoln Schoenhart comes out of the pile with the ball. It was almost a perfectly placed kickoff between the front line and the second line for Brookings there. Guy come up and hit him right in the chest and went right through his arms and fell forward right into where Pierre was waiting for it.
So now already a 7-0 lead. The American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, and with 6:11 to go in the first quarter, the Governors can strike for another time. Cade Kaiser back to pass here for the Govs as he'll step back. The throw will be over the middle, looking for Zabel. It's going to fall incomplete, and there was a flag that was thrown. I believe there was a flag that was thrown right off to the snap here on the near side. It's a sideline warning now. It's going to be on the Pierre Governors. So, again, no yardage to be had.
Yeah, Zabel wide open. My apologies, Mr. Ref. Zabel wide open down the middle, and Kaiser just led him a little bit too much to the center of the field.
So now it's 2nd down and 10 here from the 41-yard line. 6:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Pierre leading 7-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Moving from left to right, it's on your radio dial and across your TV screen. Empty backfield again. Design run for Kaiser. Up the middle he goes to the right side to the 30 to the 25. He scoots out of bounds. He was hit maybe a step after he got out of bounds. And, of course, the Pierre fans looking for maybe a little bit extra yards on that on a penalty. But Kaiser will get from the 41 down to the 22, a gain of 19 for Cade Kaiser.
Yeah, good run there by Cade, and he was hit a little bit late, and especially what made that dangerous was it was low as well. They kind of dove it. Has his back leg kind of, often you see an ankle get caught underneath there, so probably Coach Steele had some words there and probably warranted.
So now a empty backfield again, a throw from Kaiser coming up over the middle. That's going to be behind Ty and Bus, or too far for Bus, and the referee in the middle of the field might have been shielding Bus from seeing that ball being thrown.
Yeah, I don't think he saw it at all. He kind of cut behind the ref, and Cade delivered the ball just as he was popping back out from the other side, and he didn't look like he reacted well to it.
1 for 3 so far for Cade Kaiser. Touchdown pass thrown to Jed Zabel. 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line, just outside the red zone here for the Governors. Kaiser with an option play. He'll pitch it over for Trey Lewis. He's out to the 10. He is hit hard, stays in bounds, but he gets another first down. It looks like a first down for the Governors, down to the 10, a gain of 12, and it's going to be 1st and goal, maybe. It might be even 1st and 10 here for Pierre.
9-yard line.
To the 9-yard line, so it is 1st and goal for the Govs.
Yeah, really nice read there. Cade pitched it at the last minute, drew the defense to him, and a good run from Lewis.
5:30 left to go now here in the first quarter. Governors threatening to score for the second time, already leading 7-0. Trey Lewis in the backfield, pistol formation here for Kaiser. The give will be to Lewis. He'll step through one man, making a miss to the corner of the end zone, trying to get in. The signal, he is going to be just shy of the end zone, down to the 1-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, good block by Stolle out there on the edge, holding his block and letting Lewis run off of him. Just a little bit short. 1-yard line it is.
So 2nd and goal from the 1 here for the Pierre Governors. Looking to punch it in for the second time with 4:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Now Brock Mosier in the backfield here for the Govs. Cade Kaiser will give to Mosier, looking to pick up that 1 yard. He busts through the hole for a touchdown, and it's 13-0 for the Governors. A 1-yard touchdown run for Brock Mosier. The Govs, who struggled and went 3 and out in that first possession, have had no problems moving past the Brookings defense here the last 2.
Yeah, good run there. Good job by the line. I don't think Brock was touched till he was in the end zone. Good job by the left side of the line there.
So now it's going to be Ryan Berry on for the extra point again, trying to make it a 14-0 lead with 4:41 left to go here in the first quarter. Kaiser will hold. The snap is good. The kick will be up, and that one will hit the upright, and it goes through. Hits the goalpost and in, just like soccer goes. Right off the goalpost and in the back of the net. No net right there, but the Governors have a 14-0 lead on American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
It is a 14-0 lead for the Pierre Governors here with 4:41 to go in this first quarter. As the Pierre Governors on that last drive, they went with the 3 plays, make that a 6-play, 41-yard drive and a 1-yard touchdown run here for Brock Mosier to make it a 14-0 score. And the Govs are starting to roll after their first initial drive went 3 and out. Bria Sargent, I bet the Brookings kick returners are a little bit more aware of what might happen with Sargent, as that one will be bouncing to the 20-yard line. It's going to be picked up by number 2 and Alex Wainman. He's going to get out to the far side of the field. We've got a couple of players going at it here on the near sideline as the, I believe, let's see, that was number 34 and Phoenix Sather, along with Seth Shop, both going at it for the 2 teams. So we'll see if these are just offsetting penalties, or if one will get the penalty more than the other here.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by Schonsberg there on the other side of the field, but all the action and extracurricular action was back on the near side.
So it's a face mask, a personal foul face mask penalty that will go against the Govs. So it'll be 1st and 10. Instead of being at the 30-yard line, it's going to end up being at the 45-yard line. Make the official call here from our head official.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 19 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty for end run. 1st down. Go, G.
So it is Seth Shop that is called for the face mask penalty on the kick return, and it's now 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line for the Brookings Bobcats here with 4:35 left to go. The farthest they've gotten the ball so far here in this game. From under center, Huntemer will hand off up the middle, spinning through the first tackle, then able to fall backwards, which is falling forward as it was taken by, I believe that was Phoenix Sather that got the.
Goes to number 34, Phoenix Sather.
So Sather, who was involved with that tangle up with Shop, he gets the first handoff here and picks up about 4 yards to the 49-yard line, just nearly to midfield. It's 2nd and 6. Here for Brookings. Shotgun formation. Huntemer will roll to his left. He'll throw on the run. That's going to be through the hands of Thomas, and it's going to fall incomplete, and it's 3rd down. He was open and had a chance for a 1st down, but it's now a 3rd down here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, nice little pattern there, just about a 7-yard hook pattern. Turned around, wide open. Good pass, too, right to his left shoulder, and just slipped through his hands.
So it's 3rd down and 6 from the 49 with 4 minutes to go, exactly 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Govs lead at 14-0. On the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Looking for another 3rd down stop here. Last time that Brookings had a 3rd down, they end up throwing an interception. It was picked off by Spencer Easlin, who read that play perfectly. Now it's the shotgun again here for Huntemer. He'll step back to pass. He'll roll to his right. Now he's looking to his left, and he is going to be wrapped up, throwing down a sack. That one is going to be by Elijah Bucci with the sack. And it's 4th down and long for Brookings, and they want to punt the ball away from their own 39-yard line.
Loss of about 10 on the play will bring up 4th and long for the Bobcats.
Yeah, good pressure there from the left side of the Pierre defensive line and good coverage. He had a little bit of time initially, but there was nobody open.
And you give that defensive line enough time, you stay in that pocket long enough or just stay in the backfield long enough, that defensive line is going to find you. And Brookings will have to punt this one away from their own 39-yard line. As Trey Lewis and Brock Mosier are both back deep right now for the Pierre Governors with 3:10 and counting here in the first quarter. The punter, Drew Johnson, end over end kick. Lewis will pick it up. He's out to the 30, to the 40-yard line, cuts to the near side, to the 50. A flag will come in. The Governors will have to back it up, the 35, and Lewis will get all the way down to the 30, make that the 26-yard line, but it will come all the way back with a flag near the 46. And so a holding call against Pierre, and that will back them up in their own territory after a good run there from the Governor returner in Lewis.
Yeah, he had about 46-yard punt return there that's coming back, unfortunately. See that a lot of times on special teams, just that can't resist hitting the guy after he's turned around just a little bit. You don't get your helmet in front, and it comes back.
Holding number 0 from the receiving team. It'll be a 10-yard penalty for spot foul. First down.
Carson Stosher gets called for that hold on that punt return, and now it'll be the Governors that have it with 2:51 to go here in the first quarter, and still a chance to maybe make a quick strike. So go up by 3 scores here in quarter number 1. The 36-yard line for the Govs to start their next drive. A 3 and out. The Govs, the first drive of the first 2 games, haven't gone well for them. A fumble against Aberdeen and then a 3 and out. But at least right now, the next 2 drives have turned into touchdowns on both games. And now looking for a 3rd straight drive here for the Govs. Shotgun formation. Stalley, the lone receiver here on the near side. Brock Mosier in the backfield. They got Zabel and Terwilliger, the tight ends. Play action, quick throw for Zabel, looking for maybe a screen pass. He's going to get a stiff arm. He's out to the 40, and of course he's going to fall forward, and you're not going to bring him backwards. And he gets out to the 44-yard line. Gain of about 8 for Zabel, and it's second down and short for Pierre.
Yeah, Brookings is playing kind of a 5-3 with 3 defensive backs, and the 3 defensive backs are way off the ball, so those flat passes are going to be open all night.
2:25 left to go now here in quarter number 1. 14-0 lead for the Governors over the Bobcats. Shotgun formation again, same formation for Pierre. Kaiser with the option play. Mosier will get the pitch. He's out to the 50, the 45, bust free to the 30. He's tripped up, diving forward to around the 22-yard line, and a big run for Brock Mosier. The Govs are just outside the red zone again. And Kaiser took a big hit, making sure he held on to that ball as long as he possibly could before he pitched that to Brock Mosier.
Yeah, option play the short side of the field, and you said it, Kaiser waited till the last minute and delivered, and then a good double team block by the tight ends, kicking out, and a big lane for Mosier to run under.
Under 2 minutes to go now here in quarter number 1. 14-0 lead for the Governors. George Stalley on the near side. Shotgun formation, handoff for Mosier. This time he goes through the middle of the offensive line. He gets out of the 19, and a gain of 3 for Mosier, and he is into the red zone for the Govs as they try and go 2 for 2 in the red zone, as they didn't get to the red zone their the first touchdown scoring drive. Down to under 90 seconds left to go now here in the first quarter. 3-down linemen make that 4-down lineman now here for the Brookings Bobcats. On the shotgun formation again, Mosier gets the pitch from Kaiser. He's out to the 10, to the 5, diving for the pylon. Did he get in? They're going to say he is in for a score. Brock Mosier from 19 yards out, his second rushing touchdown, to the Governors lead at 20-0.
Yeah, another nice option by Kaiser there. Just really smooth, waiting for the delivery at the last minute. Great block outside by Stalley again. Downfield blocking, that's what makes those big runs.
So the Govs are looking to go up 21-0 now as Barry is on for the 3rd extra points try of the day. And Kaiser holding here for the Govs. And we get a whistle. And we'll see. We got maybe blood on one of the Governors, as coming out right now as Zayden rounds the center. And so Trey Lewis will go in. Lewis, well, he's a big guy himself, but he is only he's listed at 6 foot, 185 pounds. You can see the size difference, but he's going to be the snapper here for the Govs. The kick is going to be away, and it's going to be good. So Lewis to Kaiser, and then Barry with the extra point. 21-0 lead for the Pierre Governors with 1:07 to go in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We might not be the largest repair shop in town, but we take pride in what we do. We want to make the experience as painless as possible for you, so we will work with your insurance company on your claim from beginning to the end. Locally owned with 50 years combined in the shop, Wheelhouse Auto Body will take the stress off of you. Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield, or contact them at 605-494-0436, 605-494-0436, or wheelhouseautobody@gmail.com. It is a 21-0 lead for the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by and scoreboard. That last drive for the Govs, they went 4 plays, 64 yards, and an 18-yard touchdown run for Brock Mosher, and they lead at 21-0 in Mendel so far here. Just about a minute to go in this first quarter. Govs, Brookings had the momentum after that first 3 and out, but they've quickly lost that momentum to Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre came out and Kaiser was running keeps and things like that, and Pierre was ready for that, and they just switched it up after that. I don't think Kaiser's ran a keep since then, and Brookings has no answer right now for the option game.
So here is Sargent again for the kickoff for the Pierre Governors. Had a partial onside kick that was recovered by Pierre off of one of the Brookings players. Now Sargent again will pick on the Governors. That will roll its way to the sideline, and it just goes out of bounds, and Brookings, they were careful. They had to be careful because that ball was close to not going out of bounds, and the Govs would have fell on top of that one as well. Sargent nearly placed that one perfectly.
Yeah, and the Govs did have coverage there. They had a couple guys real close to it that probably went out of bounds by about a foot. Just almost a perfect kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Only kicking team. Receiving team is supposed to take the ball at the 35-yard line. First down.
So it'll be first and 10 at the 35 after the penalty is called, but it will be at the 35 where the team will get into the Brookings Bobcats down by 21. They're going to find something here on this drive with 1:07 to go in this first quarter. Shotgun formation here for Huntermer. 2 receivers out to the far side for the Bobcats. They've been a little bit more balanced than what we've seen over the last couple of years. Huntermer, quick throw over the middle, and that's going to fall incomplete. Carson Stosher in coverage, as he was looking for Bergen Tetzlaff, who had the biggest play so far for Brookings, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Tetzlaff's a big target going down the seam there, but great coverage by Stoser. He's all over it.
Can you believe that a 6'4", 210-pound guy isn't the biggest target on the field? Because Cooper Twilliger stands at 6'5" and 210 pounds. Another inch taller for Twilliger than Tetzlaff, and I don't know if Tetzlaff's ever heard that he's not the tallest guy on a field, or at least tallest receiver out on a field. I formation now here for Hunter. It puts a man in motion. The handoff will be to the motion man, which was Austin Anderson. And Anderson will get a yard to the 36, and it's third down and long now here for the Bobcats. They're going to get out to their own 45-yard line. And still at least one more play upcoming here in this first quarter with still 45 seconds to go. 3rd and 9 from the 36. Brookings down 21-0 here in the late in this first quarter.
Another nice play by Lucas Chamberlain on that left side. He's doing a really nice job of filling every time it comes out his way.
2 receivers here on the near side. Shotgun formation. Man will go in motion. That is Anderson again. It'll be a play action over the middle. Tetzlaff will make a spectacular grab. Arms laid out, made the catch. He's out to the 40-yard line. And Tetzlaff barely didn't have the arm reach to make that play, but he's down to the Governor 41.
Yeah, we were just talking about what a big target he is, and he needed every inch of that one. Good throw there. And a really good fingertip catch.
That will take us to the end of the first quarter. Governors lead at 21-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by and scoreboard over the Brookings Bobcats through the first 12 minutes. Back in a minute with the second quarter. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The Swartz Agency, operating in the Pierre-Fort Pierre area since 2006, wants to welcome Cooper Swartz, our newest licensed agent, joining Ryan and Sylvia. Home and auto insurance, we cover it. Commercial and farm insurance, we cover it. Remember, quotes are free, and the chances are the Swartz Agency can save you money on your policy and provide the same or better coverage. Call Ryan, Sylvia, or Cooper at 224-0707. That's 224-0707.
It's the Dog Days of Summer Sale going on now at Beck Motor Company of Pierre. We are excited to support our local kids again this year. Good luck, Governors and Buffaloes. We are here for all your automotive needs. Get 4 free oil changes with your pre-owned vehicle purchase during the month of August. See all our offers and specials at www.beck-motors.com. 224-5912. Beck Motor Company, Pierre. As we welcome you back here, second quarter, Pierre Governors lead at 21-0. For the Brookings Bobcats, will be 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. And it will be in Pierre Governor territory. First time that the Bobcats have crossed midfield. Hunter with a big throw to Tetzlaff on that third down play. Man comes in motion. The handoff will be given to Gavin Anderson, and he has wrapped up Trey Lewis along with Lucas Chamberlain both over there to make the tackle. And it is going to be that time Gavin Anderson on the run. And it's a loss of 3 back to the 30, make that the 44-yard line. Second and 13 now here for, make that second and 13 for the Brookings Bobcats from the Governor 44. Early part of the second quarter, 21-0 lead here for the Pierre Governors. Shotgun formation again. Hunter with the man in the backfield. Snap was a little bit delayed to getting to him and then overthrows his intended receiver. Stocher was in the area, but the receiver and Alex Wainman, that was well too far over his head, and it's 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, good coverage there. He really wasn't open. He just tossed it up and over. Safe throw, threw it away at least, but if he puts that on target, Pierre's got a chance of picking it off.
So now 3rd and 13 from the Governor 44-yard line. They're going to get to the Governor 31 here. Trying not to stall out another drive for the Bobcats after that first down loss. Hunter will be most likely looking to pass here. Hunter will step back in the pocket. He'll throw over the middle. The catch will be made between 2 different Bobcats. Gavin Anderson makes the catch, and he's got a first down to the 29. 2 different Bobcats are right there, and somehow Anderson made the catch over his teammates. And I believe that was Sather that was over there as well, and it's first down for Brookings.
Yeah, really good catch there. That's not the way you designed it, but I think it did cause some confusion for the Pierre defensive backs.
So a gain of 15 on 3rd down and 13, and Brookings has converted on a couple of long 3rd down conversions to keep this drive alive, trying to get back within 2 scores. The shotgun formation, 2 receivers on the far side. Gavin Anderson will come in motion. Hunter will look to pass over the middle for Tetzlaff, and the quick throw was maybe tipped by Lucas Chamberlain, but off the hands of Tetzlaff and incomplete. Also Spencer Schosberg and Spencer Eastland both over there for the Governors.
Yeah, I think Eastland might actually got a shoulder pad on it. He was kind of going for the tackle instead of the ball, and I think the ball hit him instead of getting into Tetzlaff's hands.
So 2nd down and 10 for the 29. That's the 8th pass attempt, and so far 3 for 8 or 52 yards for Hunter, and 2 of those catches, Tetzlaff has got 37 yards receiving. Also an interception for Hunter, Spencer Eastland with that interception. 10:41 left to go here in the second quarter. Anderson goes in motion again. He'll get the handoff to Dekeem back, and he is wrapped up immediately, and a loss there by the Bobcats. As I believe that was Emmett Anderson, number 91, to make that tackle, and it's going to be 3rd down and long again for Brookings as they lose another 3 back to the 32.
3 will bring up 3rd and 13 for the Bobcats.
It's really tough to live on 3rd and long for very long. They've got a couple good conversions here, but they may be living on borrowed time.
And then, the kicker in Drew Johnson had a decent leg, but maybe you go for a little bit of a chunk play, get half these yards here, then try and go for it on 4th down. Hunter will throw over the middle. That's going to be tipped up in the air. Tip drill. And it's going to be intercepted by Easlin again. Second interception for Spencer Easlin. He's out of the 26, and the Governors will take over. And Brookings, as Mendel said, living dangerously in those 3rd and longs. And that ball tipped up in the air, and Easlin comes away with it. The center fielder for the Govs makes the play. And it's 1st and 10 going the other way.
Yeah, really good coverage there again. Trying to hit Tetzloff up the seam, and he just wasn't open.
So with 9:51 to go now here in the first half, the Govs have a chance to maybe make this a 4-score ball game. And we'll see how quickly they want to move up and down the field here. 21-0 lead, 9:51 left to go in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Receiver here on the near side. Handoff will go for Mosier. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to fall for it as he goes down at the 29. A gain of 3 for Brock Mosier, who has had himself a strong start to this football game with 2 different rushing touchdowns in the 3 that have scored so far. 60 yards rushing on 5 carries for Brock Mosier. And Mosier's that guy last year that didn't get the touches. Lincoln Keno's had a lot of the runs. He threw the ball a lot. Mosier was kind of the odd man out over it all. And I mean, I think he's looking to make a big splash here in his senior year as Cade Kaiser will take off with this. Had nobody open. He's out to the 45-yard line before he's driven down. And the Governors have another first down, a gain of about 16 for Cade Kaiser out to the 46.
Yeah, really good run by Cade there. Nobody open. Brookings falling into a deep zone, and he had 10 yards before he encountered any defenders.
And that credit the offensive line for that the long pocket that Kaiser was able to stand in before he took off to pick up those 16 yards. And the Govs are nearing midfield again. And now we've got a timeout that will be taken here by the Brookings Bobcats, their first one of the half. It is a 21-0 lead with 8:57 to go in the first half. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. It's the Dog Days of Summer Sale going on now at Beck Motor Company of Pierre. We are excited to support our local kids again this year. Good luck, Governors and Buffaloes. We are here for all your automotive needs. Get 4 free oil changes with your pre-owned vehicle purchase during the month of August. See all our offers and specials at www.beck-motors.com. 224-5912. Beck Motor Company, Pierre. 21-0 is our score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Timeout taken by the Brookings Bobcats, their first of the half. We'll have another heat timeout coming up here in about a little less than 3 minutes from now, somewhere around there, maybe 3 minutes exactly from now, who knows. But the Govs have that 3-score lead, and Mendel and this Governor team, a little slow out of the gates again in that first drive, but since then, just like they did last week, have really pushed this defense back and on their heels and have now looking for a 4-score lead in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. Really efficient, too. Really haven't been behind the sticks at all, just making positive plays almost every time and just showing a little bit more quick strike than we saw last weekend.
So coming out of the timeout now, it'll be Cade Kaiser that will throw to the near side. George Staley make the catch of the 45 to the 40 to the 35 as he was thrown around and down. And George Staley has got himself inside Bobcat territory to the 34-yard line.
Nice job again by the line, giving Kaiser plenty of time to survey the field. Had a deep runner down the sideline, and Staley just broke his off and did a little out and had about 10 yards of cushion.
8:35 left to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 for the 34-yard line. Governors are inside Brookings territory now again. Mosier in the backfield. Design run here for Kaiser. Option play. He is spun around, and he is going to have to fall himself forward to the 29, 28-yard line. A gain of about 5. There was one little small window where if Kaiser would have seen Mosier, maybe could have made that. That's more of a video game type move that you're not so worried about the coach yelling at you because you're the one that is the coach and controlling the guys. But that would have been an impressive pitch if Kaiser would have been able to get to Mosier.
Yeah, for sure. He did the right thing there. They've been taking him pretty hard and making him pitch. That time they slow played it, and he just did a good job of cutting it upfield and getting what he could.
It's a Madden 23 type move to try and make that pitch. And if you're the defense, you throw your controller if it works. Here's the Brock Mosier, get on the run out to the 20 to the 15. He is hit hard out of bounds but the Governors are back in the red zone. An opportunity to drive in, maybe to score another time here with nearing the halfway point of the second half. 7:37 left to go. Make that the second quarter and into the first half. As they'll get all the way down to the 14, a gain of about 15 there for Brock Mosier.
1st and 10 from the Bobcat 13.
7:37 left to go here in the first half. Governors lead at 21-0. Looking for their fourth score. Really put Brookings behind the 8 ball. Stalley, the lone receiver here on the nearest side. Zabel and Twillier are both lined up on the same side as tight ends. As Brock Mosier gets another handoff, he'll make one man miss. He is hit towards the end zone, but he is going to fall at the 1 yard line, and he just couldn't quite get in. A gain of 12, and it's 1st and goal now from the 1 for the Governors, as they are just 1 yard out from making a 27-0 lead.
Yeah, really nice run there, and a good, again, I just keep saying, a great blocking. That time a tight end on the left side picked up a blitzer and kicked him out, and Mosier cut under it and had a lot of green grass.
So Mosier again in the backfield looking for the hat trick is Mosier with 7:15 left to go in the second quarter. 1st and goal from the 1. Kaiser hands off for Mosier, and Brookings read that one perfectly as they got in the backfield, and still maybe no gain, but it was, I believe, Souther and Anderson both on the tackle. And it's now 2nd and goal from the 1 yard line. We'll do it again from the same spot with 6:55 and counting to go here in the second quarter. Pistol formation again here, Kaiser. Now we'll get a whistle before the snap, and we'll see if there's an offside penalty. It looks like it's going to go against the Bobcats. So put it to the half-yard line.
Dead ball, offside, left side of the line of the offense.
No.
5-yard penalty, no second down.
It's on the offense. I believe they call that a number 79 for the Governors, which would be Baxter Shrimp, but I don't believe that was number 79. Don't see a number 79 out there, or any number that ends in 9. So here is 2nd and 6, 2nd and goal from the 6. It'll be play action. Kaiser looking to throw on the run. Wide open. Catch is made. Jet Zabel, another touchdown. And it's a 27-0 lead for the Governors with 6:24 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, a little bootleg action there after having a lot of success running left. They faked the run left, bootleg it out to the right, and wide open is Zabel.
So now Barry again for the extra point upcoming. Let's try and make it a 28-0 lead here for Pierre. She's 3 for 3 so far today. Kaiser will hold it again. Rounds in the snap. That's a good snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, and that is good. Ryan Berry's 4 for 4 for extra points. Governors lead at 28-0 on the American Family Insurance Brady Shuffle by scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building or remodeling your house? Looking for a trustworthy plumber? We all have to deal with a plumbing problem every now and then. Why not let the experts handle it for you? Contact Matt with Graves Plumbing at 222-8400. Graves Plumbing, the go-to for all your plumbing needs. Don't forget to visit them on Facebook to check out the excellent work they've done. Call Matt at Graves Plumbing today at 222-8400. That's 222-8400.
So as we welcome you back here, it is the heat timeout now for these two teams. 28-0 is our score with 6:24 left to go in the second quarter. John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller, Jackson Youngworth back at the station, and Mendel now with the Governors up by 28 points, 6:24 to go in the half. One more stop, one more score, the extra points, and all of a sudden Pierce got themselves a runtime game going in the second half. We kind of maybe thought that could happen, but overall, that this has been a really good start for the Governors offensively and defensively through the first game and a half.
Yeah, really impressive here. You know, they've found different ways to move the ball on offense this week, different from last week. You know, Moser's got 8 carries and averaging 11 yards a tote, so certainly a little bit of a different MO, and it's good to put all that on film and make teams prepare for everything.
So here's Bria Sargent again to kick off for the Governors. How about another, well, maybe not so much an onside kick, but maybe a short kick to get the ball back again here for Pierre. This will be a bouncing ball that'll be bobbled a couple of times by Brookings, and one man misses, a couple of men miss, and the Governors will finally bring down the Governor ball carrier, as it was, I believe, it was number 21 and Owen Hopp that will take it out to the 25-yard line. They're around the 30-yard line.
So, yeah, a little bit different look there. They line up in the same kick formation with Bria, looking like she's going to kick it short to the return team's left side, and then instead pulls it back deep to the left side and really catches the Brookings returner off guard.
So now 6:18 left to go here in the first half. Governors leading 28-0. American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. From under center, it's Hunnemer. High formation for the Bobcats. On the snap, the handoff, trying to go up the middle. Also Langdow, maybe Anderson. That was Langdow that got to him first, as it was, I believe, maybe Jay Harris that got the handoff that time, and it's 2nd and 10, no gain for Jay Harris.
Just back to the line of scrimmage for 2nd and 10. Bobcat ball.
Under 6 to go here in the first half. Governors lead at 28-0. A defensive line with Bucci, Langdow, and Evan Anderson. Those are 3 big boys that are hard to stop. They're always rushing at you. Ty Winkler trying to show he's going to come off the edge. The handoff this time will go back to Gavin Anderson, and he'll spin forward as he went inside the left tackle and got himself out to the 34-yard line, and is now 3rd down and 6 from the 34.
Yeah, a little better run there. They got at least some movement from the offensive line, but Rounds filling it up, filling the gap, and making a good solid form tackle, wrapping him up and taking him down.
5:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Governors are looking for a big 3rd down stop. From under center, Hunnemer, he'll pitch it. Anderson will nearly bobble it, and he's got nowhere to go. The Governors get to him first. Trey Lewis, along with also Chance Sarda, both with the big tackle in the backfield. And it's 4th down here for Brookings, and they have to punt the ball away. And now the Governors, here with 4.5 left to go in the second quarter, can get themselves up to maybe a 35-point lead if they score with the conversion, and put a runtime potential to start the second half and run through the entire second half.
Yeah, we were talking about a good tackle by Rounds there. That was clinic perfect by Lewis coming up, really leveling him, and then Sarda's cleaning it up right behind him.
As it'll be the Governors with Buss and Lewis back deep to return this punt. Johnson will make that Anderson that will punt that one away. Lewis will catch it at the 31-yard line. He's out to the 40. He slips through a tackler. He's out to the 45, the 50. There he goes, the far side of the field. He's out to the 40, to the 35, 30, 25, 20. Lewis 15, 10-5, touchdown. Punt return for Trey Lewis, and the Governors lead at 34-0 with 3:54 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, great run there by Lewis. Couple of great blocks. Broke a tackle right away, and then the right side of the field was wide open.
So Lewis makes it 34-0. Barry's on for the extra point to try and make it a 35-0 lead. Now the running clock does not start in the first half, but as long as the Govs keep that 35-point lead at the end of the half, we will have run time the entire second half. So Barry on for the extra points. The Governors had a 34-0 lead at halftime last year in Brookings. So they got that same score right now, and Barry's trying to make it 35-0. She's looking to go 5 for 5 on extra points. The kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good, and it's a 35-0 lead as Barry is 5 for 5 for extra points here in this ball game. 35-0 is our score. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner. They will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
It is a 35-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Governors have that big lead right now with 3:54 to go. And for the Brookings Bobcats, they've got to find themselves something here in the next 3:54. Otherwise, we'll see run time this entire second half with a 35-point lead. Bria Sargent will kick things off. Bobcats have had the ball over across midfield just once so far in this game, and it led to a interception, the second one by Spencer Eastland. So here is Sargent. Be the fifth time that she is kicking this one away for the Govs. Sargent with a line drive kick. It's going to be taken at the 37-yard line out to around the 45. Make that the 35. I believe looked like maybe the ball got on the ground for a moment, but it is Brookings. Well, now the Governors are saying they have the ball. They do have the ball. The ball did fall on the ground, and Pierre comes away with it. It's going to be, let's see here, number 16 for the Govs.
Lincoln Schoenhardt.
Yeah.
I think that's the second time.
Lincoln Schoenhardt's got himself another recover of the kickoff, and the Govs have it back in Brookings territory with 3:49 to go, and maybe a little bit of some separation, a little bit of some comfort room here for the Governors. They can create some extra space here to make sure that run time goes. It'll be Kate Kaiser looking. He'll throw near side, make for Brock Mosier, make one man miss, back for another man to miss, and then he'll be wrapped up and thrown forward as he got to around the 20-yard line. And Brock Mosier has got the Govs back to make it the red zone another time for Pierre. Maybe just outside, a yard outside, he's at the 21. So run time again. It starts in the second half, not in the first half, only in the second half with a 35-point lead. So the Governors have to protect that lead. This will be thrown. This will be intercepted. First interception by Kate Kaiser. Brookings will get the ball back as standing it right where that ball was thrown. I believe that was to number 36, and no, that was Ethan Houtman, number 30, to make that interception. And so it is the first blemish for Kate Kaiser in his senior year from the quarterback position. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the Bobcat 29-yard line with 3:21 to go here in the half.
Yeah, just a misread by Cade there. Thought that the receiver was going to be breaking open, and the linebacker just dropped right back into that zone, and he threw it right to him. Probably didn't even see him.
So 1st and 10 for the 29 with 3:21 left to go here in this second quarter. Pistol, or make that I formation here for Huntemer. Fullback, offset I maybe for Brookings. Titan Winkler got a free rush to the quarterback. This is picked off to the end zone. Carson Stosher, a pick six, and the Governors lead at 40-0. Right back at you, making 41-0 for the Governors. Stosher's second interception of the season, and return to the end zone with 3:11 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, great play there. Man coverage following Tetzloff across the formation, undercut the little flat route there, and once he had it secured, there was nothing between him and the end zone except grass.
Stosher, his first interception was back in the end zone in Aberdeen. He returned it all the way to the Aberdeen 31-yard line. This time he gets the interception and takes it to the house to make it 41-0 here for Pierre. Extra point attempt here for Ryan Berry. The kick is going to be up. It's good. 42-0. 3:11 left to go here in the first half. Governors are all over the Bobcats. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I could call my agent, too?
It's called service.
See the team at Potsdam State Farm or visit insuredwithbecky.com.
So 42-0 is her score with 3:11 left to go here in the first half. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller, and Mendel, the route is officially on with a 42-0 lead here in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. Really dominant performance from the Govs here.
So it'll be Bria Sargent that will tee it up again to kick this one deep for the Govs that have the cushion that they need. I wouldn't say maybe that they don't even need, but have a cushion that they can give up a touchdown here. And Brookings would have to go for 2 to try and cut it to 34. So Bria Sargent again. Kick this one away. This will be a short kick taken at the 30 to the 35-yard line. And the Governors, a big tackle by Cooper Terwilliger, I believe it was. Make that 17. And Hudson Schaefer. At some point I'll get the numbers right and get the right names out there, but struggling to see across the way right now. It's 1st and 10 for the 38 here for the Brookings Bobcats with 3:07 to go here in the second quarter. Under center, here comes Huntermer again. Receiver on the far side. Handoff and wrapped up immediately. It is Austin Lingdow again. And Sather gets nowhere. And so it's 2nd down and 10 from the 38-yard line again. 2:45 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, the big guys on the line for Pierre right now, they're really feeling it. Brookings had a little bit of success, in their first 2 drives, but they've really shut down the run game since then.
So 2nd and 10 now from the 38-yard line. Hunter to the Sather in the backfield on the pitch. He is wrapped up. He is thrown backwards. Lucas Chamberlain, Trey Lewis got over there, along with also for the Governors in Trevor Rounds to make the tackle. And Chance Sarda, another guy over there for the Govs, and make his 3rd down and 9 from the 39 now for Brookings. A gain of just 1. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Pierre leading 42-0 on the American Family Insurance. Brittany shuffled by a scoreboard. From under center again, Huntermer. Receiver on the far side. Man goes in motion. That is Gavin Anderson. He'll get the handoff coming to the near side, short side of the field, and he is wrapped up. Ball came out, but the whistle had blown as the tackle made by number 14 and Spencer Schosberg. And Anderson gets nowhere back. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It is 4th down and 9. It looks like Brookings will punt the ball away with around 1 minute to go here in the first half. Now, as we know, too, that 11A through 11 AAA, there is no 50-point mercy rule like there is in 11B and 9-man. So even though the Govs could get up to a 50-point lead or at least a 49-point lead here at the half, the game will go through all 4 quarters to be played. As another punt upcoming here for the Brookings Bobcats. And before 2019, there was no running clock either with a 35-point lead. This will be a fair catch by Tyan Buss. And it's the 38-yard line for the Governors with 52 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, really, again, dominating performance. When we add these stats up at halftime, I don't think Brookings is going to have 100 yards. And really, since about the first drive, I bet they have less than 40.
So it'll be 52 seconds left to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 from the Governor 38. So quick throw near side. Mosier will make the catch. He's forced out of bounds. The Governors have all 3 timeouts still, but they'll work the sideline on that first play as they'll get out to around the 42-yard line. And 2nd down and 6 here from the 42. 48 seconds remaining with the clock stopped right now. Empty backfield here for the Governors. 2 receivers near side. Throw over the middle, looking for Terwilliger. Makes the catch. He secures it. He's out to Brookings territory, down at around the 38-yard line. And the Governors, we'll see how quickly they want to go here with the Cooper Terwilliger's first grab of the night. 1st and 10 from the Brookings 38-yard line. Clock is running now with 35 seconds to go. Governors, again, still with all 3 timeouts. Kaiser will step up in the pocket. Rolling to his right. He's got a room to throw to Buss. He makes his first catch. Buss is going to try to slip through a tackler, but he is down to around the 10-yard line with 27 seconds left to go. So Tyan Buss makes his first grab for the Governors. And it's going to be a first and 10 for maybe the 11-yard line or so, with 25 seconds and counting. They're going to say it's first and goal here for Pierre from the 10-yard line. Kaiser floated to the back of the end zone. It's a jump ball, and it's going to fall incomplete with 15 seconds left to go. And the Governors were looking to maybe make it a 48-0 lead, and they was looking for Zabel on the far side over there.
Yeah, on that play before Kaiser to Buss, there was nobody on that side. That Cade could have ran that for about 30 yards and did the smart thing, got it off to his playmaker, let him run down the sideline and take the hit instead of Cade.
15 seconds remaining here in the half. Governors are looking for one more strike to go up near 48 or 49-0. Kaiser looks to his left. He'll throw over the middle. The catch is going to be made by Zabel. Stiff arms a man. He gets a block from Buss, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown with 7 seconds to go. A 48-0 lead for the Governors. Zabel's got the hat trick on touchdown receptions. And it's a 48-0 lead as Barry will be on looking for her now 7th extra point of the day. And a big block there from Tyan Buss that helps Zabel get one man to miss. All you had to worry about is stiff arm of one man, and he walked in the end zone untouched the rest of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Just a great block there. And, yeah, once he stiff-armed the guy that was on him, it was a walk-in.
Here is Barry for the extra point, and that kick is up, and that is going to be good. 49-0 is our score with just 7 seconds to go here in the first half. We'll take one more break here in this first half. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as it is a 49-0 lead for the Pierre Governors with 7 seconds to go here in the half. Another kickoff for Bria Sargent. We'll see her do that twice in a span of game time in 7 seconds, basically, as she'll have to kick off for the Govs to start the second half, but it will be a running clock with the Govs leading 49-0 here just in the first half against the Brookings Bobcats. You're looking at, obviously, the Govs will sub down, and we'll see a lot of reserves playing in the second half for Pierre. But boy, they're on pace for a 98-point night tonight. If there was no running clock, they have been dominant from start to finish here. This will be taken here by Gavin Anderson out to make that for the Brookings Bobcats out to the 36-yard line before the whistle blows, and it was Mason Mathis. And the clock runs out of that first half. There is a penalty flag, though, so they can't get off the field quite yet, especially if it's going to be against the Pierre Governors. It will allow the Bobcats to have one more play if it is on the Governors. If it's on Brookings, everybody will have to, well, then they can settle back to the locker room. But if it is on the Governors, we'll get one more play here before we get to halftime. That flag is sitting over there at the 35-yard line on the far side of the field.
Personal foul, face mask, on kicking team. 15-yard penalty to the end of the run. We'll have one untimed down.
So it is one untimed down. It'll be from the, should be at around the 50-yard line if it was at the 35 where that flag was thrown, and that's where it was at. So they're going to spot it at the 49-yard line in Pierre Governor territory. And what do you, if you're Brady Clark, Mendel, in one play here, what's your bag of tricks show? You have to do something here to get 49 yards.
Yeah, you got to throw it up and hope something good happens.
Hook and ladder, be ready for anything if you're the Governor defense. Man goes back in the backfield. It'll be a handoff, so they're just going to run the ball, try and get those 49 yards, and it will be Hamrick that is taken down. Make that Mathis that is taken down the 40-yard line. That wraps up the first half. Governors lead at 49-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by a scoreboard at the half. Back in 3 minutes with halftime stats and scores. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home.
It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
We all have had to fix little things. Loose screw? Get a screwdriver. Nail coming up? Find a hammer. Bolt coming loose? Get some wrenches. Sometimes these little things tend to make us think we can fix big things. Plug drain? Call Allied Plumbing. Water heater leaking? Call Allied Plumbing. Sewer backed up? Trust me, leave it to the professionals and rely on your ally. Call Allied Plumbing. With 75 years of combined experience, it speaks for itself. Allied Plumbing, 494-2001.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 AM or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
Let Country Carpet and Flooring help you update your home or office with the latest fashion trends. With over 30 years of experience, we can help you find the right flooring or window treatments for your needs. Stop down to 414 East Sioux Avenue or call for an appointment at 224-9297 for your free consultation and estimate. Go Govs!
At Anderson Rumpke Dental, we want to change the way your family views the dentist. Let us replace your dread of the chair with personal service in a friendly and inviting atmosphere. Using state-of-the-art technology, we offer porcelain crowns completed in one day, saving you time and money. Anderson Rumpke Dental, located at 1521 North Harrison Avenue in Pierre, experience dental procedures performed while you are in a deeply relaxed state, often with no recollection of the time past. Anderson Rumpke Dental. Call us today at 224-6111. That's 224-6111.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
As we welcome you back, here it is halftime. Pierre Governors with a 49-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller here at the end of the first half. And Mendel, you got the stat breakdown for us here. Take it away.
I do. And for Brookings, first of all, 18 carries for 19 yards, so great job by the Gov defense. Passing, they've got 10 attempts. They've completed 3 for 52 yards, and the Govs have intercepted them 3 times as well. So again, the Governor defense shining, giving up a total of only 71 yards in the first half. For Pierre on offense, 16 carries for 159 yards, almost 10 yards a carry, and then 10 out of 15 passing for 157. So 159 rushing, 157 passing. The balance is exceptional. Individually, for Pierre, Mosier, 8 carries, 88 yards. Lewis, 2 carries for 21. Kaiser's carried the ball 6 times for 50. Zabel, 4 catches for 50 yards for him. Terwilliger, 1 for 20. Stolle, 1 for 20. Mosier, 2 for 19. And Buss, 1 for 28 on the receiving end. And Kaiser's thrown all 10 completions, 15 attempts, 1 interception, 157 yards.
Governors have a 49-0 lead here at the end of the first half. We'll take another 3-minute break. We'll come back with scores from across the state. We'll look at 11 AA along with the local teams that are in action. A couple games already final, but one local game final. We'll have the scores and more coming up in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Since 1906, Dakota Prairie Bank has served Presho, Draper, and the Fort Pierre communities. Dakota Prairie Bank is a full-service bank with friendly, professional service. Stop in and visit with their professional staff and let them assist you in all your banking needs. Small enough to know you, large enough to offer the services you need. Dakota Prairie Bank with locations in Presho, Draper, and Fort Pierre. Member FDIC.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Services has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local community. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care, Home Care Services, 224-2273, or online at homecareservicessd.com.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it. Back here at Hollister Field as the Pierre Governors with a 49-0 lead here at the end of the first half. John Winkler alongside Mendo Miller as we go through the scores from across the state right now. We'll start with 11 AA. Watertown's got a 26-7 lead over Huron. That started at 6 o'clock this evening as there's only 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Sturgis is leading Mitchell 24-0 at the end of the first half. Yankton, who had a big win last week over Mitchell, they lead just 21-13 over Spearfish nearing the end of the first half. And T-Area's got a 14-7 lead over Aberdeen Central at the end of the first half. That's a big matchup between T-Area and Aberdeen Central. In 11A, let's start there. Actually, let's go to 11 AAA real quick. A final score, O'Gorman beat Roosevelt 77-20 earlier, and Washington is beating Jefferson right now 14-0 at the end of the first half. That's the only two 11 AAA games going on right now. Final score in 11A, Tri-Valley beating Custer 45-7. Dakota Valley beating Chamberlain right now 35-7. Madison over Millbank 27-13. Hot Springs over Lakota Tech today, 61-6 is the final. Sioux Falls Christian and West Central, boy, they're in a bloodbath right now. High-scoring game, 3-0 Sioux Falls Christian leads West Central. That's not a baseball score, that's a football score. Lennox over Vermilion, 12-6 at the end of the first half. Canton all over Beersford, 42-0. And Del Rapids shutting out Belfouche right now, 39-0. In 11B, it is going to be Groton Area beating Dakota Hills right now, 42-0. Nearing the first half. Mount Vernon Plankinton over Trip Delmont Armor. Andy Central Dakota Christian 18-0. That's a long name for two teams to be playing. Winner beating at Webster Area right now 30-8. The winner fighting Nathan Nazes. Bridgewater Emory Ethan up at halftime 14-7 over Clark Willow Lake. St. Thomas Moore's got a 7-0 lead over Rapid City Christian. Sioux Valley at the end of the first half beating Elk Point Jefferson 7-3. That's number 3 beating number 2 right now. Parker over Flandreau 20-0. Miller Highmore Herald's got an 8-0 lead with 7 minutes to go left in the first quarter. That's a 8-0 lead for Miller Highmore Herald over Scotland Meadow. Dual over Sisseton right now 14-0. McCook Central Montrose beating Baltic 26-0. Hill City over Elite Deadwood 22-7, and Aberdeen Roncalli beating Redfield 35-0. 9AA. Stanley County has got a 16-0 lead over Dupree at the end of the first half as they look to go to 3-0 in the season. Marion Freeman Academy has already beaten Avon 52-18 today. Parkston and Woolsey Wessington. That's a two top teams in the state right now in their respective classes. 28-0 lead for Parkston. Viola Frederick area over Northwestern, all over Northwestern, 52-0. That game might come to an end at the end of the half. Bonham beating Elkton Lake Bend 14-13 at the break. Britton Hecla over Waverly South Shore 20-6. DeBrick area over Great Plains Lutheran 38-6. White River beating Jones County 28-8. Howard over Kimball White Lake 21-0. Bennett Dean likes the winner fighting Nathan Nazis as a team. Canastota over Viber Curly 16-7. Hamlin over Garrison 41-0. Platte Geddes over Gregory 36-8. Warner beating Ipswich 21-6. Wall over New Underwood 8-0 right now. In 9A, Hitchcock Tulare, they beat Iroquois Lake Preston 62-8. Timberlake beating Newell 40-0 so far in that contest. Lyman over Kadoka Air at the end of the first half, just 8-0. That's a low-scoring affair between those two teams. And in the 9B, you heard it earlier on Country 95.3, Sully Buttes picked up their first win of the season, a 30-point victory over Sunshine Bible Academy. We had a 3-0 game in the first half. Sully Buttes won 62-32. 94 combined points that DT got to call in that game, where another game's only got 3 points at halftime between the two teams. Hitchcock Tulare mentioned it earlier with a 62-8 win over Iroquois Lake Preston. Corsica Stickney over Oldham Ramona Rutland 52-0. That's Brady Clark's old team of Oldham Ramona Rutland. Faulkton area all over Potter County right now 36-8. DeSmet beating Del Rapids St. Mary 14-0. It is Centerville over Irene Wakanda 24-0. Castlewood with a 20-0 lead over Arlington. And Wall is beating New Underwood 8-0 in that contest. As Brookings makes their way out, so the Governors with a 49-0 lead. That's a full look at almost every score across the entire state. With the Govs leading 49-0 here at the end of the first half. Getting into the second half, Mendel, it's going to be a quicker moving half with the running clock. And now it's here for the Governors. This is kind of a let's finish this game. The backups will get a chance to come in. The second and third string will get a chance to play. Everybody wants to be healthy coming out of this contest here with the Governors up 49-0.
Yeah, exactly. And, that's just what's made the program so tough here for so many years is these blowout wins. The backups get time, get on the field, and get that experience. And then when it's their turn to shine, it's not quite so new. So great opportunity to get a lot of kids on the field.
So the Govs with that 49-0 lead here at the end of the first half. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more halftime. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
This fall, take some time to think about your future while the leaves make their way down to earth and the last sunset of summer leaves us with an autumn chill. It's time to grab the nearest foam finger and break out the face paint. Rush the stands with First Dakota National Bank and forget how to blink. Fall sports are back with jaw-dropping plays, an electric atmosphere, and epic scores. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
As we welcome you back here, Pierre Governors are getting set for the start of the third quarter. Governors with a 49-0 lead will have a running clock throughout this second half with the Govs with that big advantage over the Brookings Bobcats to try and go to 2-0 on the season before traveling to Mitchell next Friday, which that game will be heard here on KCCR and able to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports with coverage at 6:30 and kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll take one more 2-minute break, come back with kickoff the second half after this here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission-driven to provide affordable, high-quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high-quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
WindCircle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity professionals will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. WindCircle has many hardware options. Dell, Barracuda, Lenovo, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today at 605-224-1111 and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
As we welcome you back, here it is a 49-0 lead as we get set for the start of the third quarter with Jackson Youngworth back at the station. Mendel Miller, John Wickler here on this Friday evening. Glad you're with us here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Brianna Sargent will get us started here to start the second half with the kickoff. Caleb Lounsbury, the backup quarterback, he was already warming up. He'll probably be the one to take the snaps the rest of this game for the Governors, and we'll see more of those guys that will be able to play, that those backup roles will be able to get in this game as we start this second half. Was once the kickoff goes, the running clock will start as Bria Sargent has got it lined up. And she'll kick this one away to get us started here in the second half. Bouncing ball that will be right in the breadbasket of Thomas. And Daggy Thomas will get out to the 25-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10 here for the Brookings Bobcats for the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was even the back-off kick coverage team. I didn't see any names or numbers that was on the first side. So that was Jacob O'Neill on the tackle, so the subs are in early.
So here for the Governors, you've got...
it's like first-team defense, though.
They will have 2 elk that will be... Oh, no, yeah, it is still laying down. That will be the nose tackle for the Governors. I thought maybe that we had... I think what they'll see is what Brookings does first, and until they take out their starters, the Governors will leave their starters in, as the clock has already almost bled down a minute before the first snap of this second half, as a handoff and a man gets picked up, 2 for a takedown. Didn't see who it was for the Governors, but that's a 2-point takedown. And Coach Sean Lewis of the Pierre Wrestling team is going to be smiling right now wherever he is at with that takedown.
I think they said Bucci on the PA announcer, so good tackle there.
Well, that'll make Coach Lewis very happy. One of his wrestlers also doing that as well. 10:40 left to go here in this third quarter already. It was gain of 4, and it's 2nd down and 6. Starters are still out for the Brookings Bobcats, with Huntemer, who has thrown 3 interceptions. His last 2 pass attempts have gone for interceptions. The second of those 2 went for a pick 6 from Carson Stosher. 2nd down and 6. Play clock is under 5, and we'll get a whistle, and it'll be a delay game. So the clock will continue to run. And for the Brookings Bobcats, you play your home games at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium, the home of SDSU, and you get the play clock for you. And for Huntemer, it's his second start as a quarterback here, and for the Bobcats on the varsity team, to not have the play clock and have to be watching the referee, it becomes a little bit of a different situation than seeing the number on a screen.
Yeah, exactly. He probably just didn't realize where he had to put his eyes there.
2nd and 11. There's a broken play. Huntemer was looking to hand the ball off. Nobody was there to hand the ball off to. And Huntemer will go back to the 19-yard line, a loss of 5, and it's 3rd down and long.
Yeah, not a good start for Brookings there. We got a delay penalty, broken play, going backwards fast.
Left to go and counting, as they're in danger of going 3 and out. 3rd and 16. Huntemer will go back to pass. He'll pump fake. He's hit as he is thrown. He throws it as he's hit, and
he was kind of thrown too.
Right, yeah, and it won't fall incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And it's going to be 4th and 16 with 8:45 left to go here in the third quarter. The Governors will get the 3 and out, and we'll see what the offense will look like coming out for this second half.
Yeah, I didn't get the number, but that was a really good blindside hit on the quarterback there. Good coverage again, made him double clutch, and then the pressure was on him.
So 4.5 minutes, make that 3.5 minutes. That will go all the way in the back of the end zone. Having to pick it up as the punter, and he stays in bounds and gets a pretty good punt away. It'll take a couple of Brookings roll, and it will be still in Brookings territory, but it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Brookings 47-yard line. And what a job there by the punter and Drew Johnson to make something out of nothing there. It was a safety waiting to happen, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Govs at the 47.
Yeah, exactly. Good composure there. Pierre didn't really rush the pass or rush the punter, so he did have some time, but the snap was way over his head.
So now it's Caleb Lousbury, the new quarterback. You've got Carter Shufflebine here at the receiver position. Lincoln Schoenhardt is in the backfield. I believe Lincoln Schoenhardt is in the backfield here with Lousbury, with 7.5 to go here in the third quarter. And it will be a give to Schoenhardt on that first play, the second half, and to the 46-yard line, 45-yard line. And so Schoenhardt gets his first run out to around the 45. 2 sophomores in the backfield. You got the freshman receiver in Shufflebine, and a couple of tight ends will try and get you everybody across the line for this Pierre Governor team as it is second down. Lounsbury back to pass, steps up in the pocket, ball comes out. He's tried to dive back on top of it. I believe he did for a moment. Now the referees have to pull everybody apart to try and see who has the ball. I believe Lounsbury, well, no, the ref, Brookings is saying they have it. And it is going to be a fumble by Lounsbury, recovered by Brookings. It took a while for the referees to signal who had the ball, but it looked like Lounsbury had gotten on top of it. But as you know, in a pile in football, that ball can change hands about 4 or 5 times before somebody of the referees see who has the ball.
Yeah, it looked like he did recover it, but there was 2 Brookings guys there, and as you said, it took a while to unstack, and by the time they did, Brookings had the ball.
Now we've got a whistle with 6:13 to go.
This is an official timeout for a heat timeout in the third quarter.
So with 6:13 left to go already here in the third quarter, they're going to take their heat timeout. We will step aside for 30 seconds. Governors lead at 49-0 over Brookings. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Victory is sweet, but defeat stings. Where do you turn when things start to go badly in your life? This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. God loves you. He's by your side no matter what life brings. I encourage you to join us for family-friendly, encouraging worship. Whether today is a day to give thanks or to seek God's comfort, you'll find help and support at Faith Lutheran Church.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
On a blink of an eye, we've gotten to the halfway point of this third quarter. 6:13 left to go. All right, I was going to make a bad joke as you say in 6 minutes we got to 6:13 left to go, only because it's true and there was no, with the clock running, that was how long it took us to get to that heat timeout. As you mentioned, Mendel, there was as many plays as minutes gone by before we got the heat timeout.
Yeah, definitely going to speed through the second half.
So now the game clock will start on the snap with 1st and 10 for Brookings, taking over after the fumble. As Hunnemer will pump fake a couple times, he lobs the ball up and looking to the near side, and the throw is incomplete as he was looking for Alex Wainman and Spencer Easlin. The starting defense, starting offense still out there for both these teams. And it will be second down and 10.
Yeah, we do have Tyson Polston in there, defensive back. He was in coverage that time, so a sprinkling of subs coming in.
We got Buss also there playing defense for the Governors as well. And Carson Stosher, who had mostly been playing in that first half. Now Buss, maybe a linebacker as well, who lined up in the linebacker position here for the Governors. Man goes in motion, pistol formation. They're going to toss it back in the backfield and cutting back towards that hash mark on the far side. As Mason Mathis will get the toss from Hunnemer, and he'll be out to around the 43-yard line. And it's 3rd down and 8 with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So 3rd and 8 from the 43. A shotgun formation here for the Bobcats, trying to convert something. With under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Quick moving third quarter with that run time going. High snap, Hunter will pull it down. Now Estebo in the pocket. He is hit hard, and there's a sack for Evan Anderson. And the Govs will get a punt from the Brookings Bobcats. First man missed, and then Evan Anderson was not going to miss that tackle.
Yeah, good pressure there. Bucci first, and then Anderson following it up.
So now it's 4th down and 17, and with 4:15 to go, Brookings will go back to punt the ball away. It'll be Lewis and Buss back deep. Lewis returned to punt already for a touchdown. And now they're going to get one man more off the field. Wainman was about to have too many men on the field for the Bobcats. So there's a punt, another good punt here. Buss will go back to receive it at the 29-yard line. Comes up the middle of the field, trying to go to the far side. He's out to the 40. He's spun around, but he stayed on his feet for just an extra second or two. He got to the 41, 42-yard line where he's taken down, and the Governors will start there in their own field, on their own side of the field with 3:30 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, good run there up the middle. Made a couple guys miss. Just got drugged down by the shirt tail.
So again, we'll get that second string offense here for the Governors. Schoenhardt will spread out wide here on the near side as it's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends here is Carter Merrill, as Lounsbury will throw. It's going to be caught by Schoenhardt. He's out at near the 50-yard line trying to spread through two different defenders, and he tried to slip through them, but he got to the 50 for a gain of about 8 on the Lounsbury's first completion of the day, with 3 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. We also have out there Isaac Gilk for the Governors on the offensive line, as well as number 75 in Cale Munson. 2 receivers out. Make that 3 receivers out. Lounsbury will throw it again, far side for Schoenhardt. He's got a first down as his forward progress is stopped at the 44 as they are inside Brookings territory once again here in this third quarter. Max Bogenhagen out there as well for the Governors on the offensive line. The center is Baxter Schremp. I believe he's the one doing the snapping for the Governors. Lounsbury again will pass. He'll throw over the middle, and that one nearly intercepted. Had 2 different receivers out there for Carter Merrill and Lincoln Schoenhardt, but it went between both of them and nearly was going to be intercepted by number 20 in Jaden Hale.
Yeah, good defense there by Brookings. They kind of had a cover on underneath, and I think he kind of changed his mind at the last minute.
Also for the Governors, McCoy Carey is out there offensively. Lounsbury, with a jump throw, is going to fall incomplete as he tried to go the far side of the field again. And that one was, I believe, to number 82, Aiden Beam. So it's 3rd down here for the Govs, with 1:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Everybody, they had the right play call, but flip the play. Hit the left trigger or left bumper on your controller to flip the play and move everybody around. 3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Lounsbury drops back to pass. He'll throw. That's over the top of Schoenhardt. He put his hands down right towards the last second, and it ends up being 4th down. And we've got a whistle, and it'll be a hold against the Governors with 55 seconds to go and counting. I would think that Brookings will decline the penalty here and make it 4th down and 10.
Yep,
Although
they are going to. The ref on the far side signaling they're going to decline it.
Number 55 of the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So Isaac Gilk is the guilty party, and it's 4th down. The Governors will go out to punt, and we'll have that first punting units because they didn't get a whole lot of work in the first game. They've only punted the ball once so far in this ball game. Anytime you have to punt the ball, you're going to put those guys out there, and Pierre's got to make sure that they get 11 guys because they only got about 8.
They have 9 right now.
I'll say we're not a 9-man football team, and they're not even going to worry about snapping the ball because the play clock hadn't started, and so with only 8 seconds left to go in the quarter, they can just hold on and wait with a 9-man football look out there for Pierre. We head to the 4th quarter. Pierre Governors with a 49-0 lead. That was a quick third quarter with the Governors. No scoring in that quarter, but Pierre still leads at 49-0. Back in a minute with the 4th. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Announcing the Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. The Labor Day sale means that you'll save up to 60% off list prices in store and online. Yep, it's big. You'll find your favorite brands and styles on sale with new items to shop and compare. And not just main room groupings, accent pieces, and accompaniments as well. Plus, the Sleep Solutions area has just what you need for that perfect night's sleep with the widest selection available. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Slumberland Furniture on the truck bypass in Pierre and slumberland.com. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
As we welcome you back, here it is, 4th down here for the Governors. 49-0 lead. American Family Insurance, Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Both punters are back. Weird to say that every time, but both Cade Kaiser and Jed Zabel looking for the snap, and Kaiser will punt it away for Pierre, and it'll be caught by Wainman, and he is hit immediately. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Brookings back around their 10-yard line as Brock Mosier got back there, as well as also, I believe, Lounsbury. Make that Chance Sarda, it's number 19, Lincoln Dilgis. They were both over there. Looked like 15 for a moment, but number 19 and Dilgis, the other one, with the clock again running here with 30 seconds gone by here in the fourth quarter, and Pierre is got a 49-0 lead as they're looking and will be going to 2-0 on the season with a date with Mitchell next Friday on the road. And Governors will be on the road for the next 2 contests. Mitchell next Friday, and then they'll be to Yankton 2 Fridays from now. That'll be a big game in 11 AA. 1st and 10 here for the Bobcats. See if, I believe Huntermer is still in the ball game. He is, as they'll pitch it over on the far side, and it'll be wrapped up and be number 26, Mason Mathis, who's got a lot more runs here in this ball game, and short gain for Mathis. Actually lost a yard back to the 12, so it's 2nd down 11.
Will bring up 2nd 11 for the Bobcats.
Governors, let's see if we can't get some more names thrown out there for Pierre. Also have Grayson Schetzel out there for this Governor team. And again, a mixture of some first-string guys and some second-string guys as another handoff for Brookings. Still got Spencer Easlin out there. A couple of other starters. Keenan Scott is out there for the Governors now. As well as also, I believe, Sam Schosberg, the sophomore, has got a chance to get on the field for the Govs. Mentioned Grayson Schetzel here on the near side. Tyson Polston that we mentioned here as well. 3rd down for the Bobcats, 3rd and 6 with 9:45 to go. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers here on the near side. Huntermer will look to pass. Somewhat of a pump fake. Now he's rolling to his right. He'll throw on the run, and he'll throw it out of bounds, and that'll be incomplete. And it's 4th down and 6. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter, and Brookings will go back out and punt the ball away again. Stay tuned for the post-game show coming up here in right around 10-15 minutes as we'll talk to our players of the game and also go through scores across the state from the area and get you set for Pierre Governor Volleyball tomorrow afternoon here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Trey Lewis and Ty Buss will get on the field late. Now Buss is going to get off the field because he was the 12th man on the field. So now it'll be the punt. Another good punt there from Johnson. Lewis will go back. He'll make the catch. He misses the first tackler. He gets a big block from Spencer Easley. He's out to the 40-yard line. Stiff arms a man to the 30, to the 25. He's down to the 20, stays on his feet to the 15, to the 10. And what a manly run by Trey Lewis all the way down inside the 10-yard line. The Governors are in the striking distance again here with 8:30 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great punt return there. About 48 yards for Trey. And he was hit almost immediately. He shook that tackler off, found a wall over here on the right side, and then was able to break 2 or 3 more tackles and really maximize that run.
The Governors will get their offense out, but I believe what they're going to do is right now wait and probably burn a timeout, potentially assuming burn a timeout here with under 8 minutes left to go. Or do we have just a stoppage here?
Sideline warning, 2nd infraction on the receiving team. That penalty 5 yards from the end of the run, 1st down.
So it's the second time they've got a sideline warning, which now is a 5-yard penalty. So the clock will continue to run now with just under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. But it backs up Lewis's great returns just outside the 10-yard line. He goes from the 8 to the 13. What a terrible run now there by Trey Lewis instead of getting out of the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that's not his fault. I think half the team was out there on the edge trying to see if he was going to score.
Lounsbury go from the shotgun formation with an empty backfield. He's looking to pass. He is hit as he throws the football, but they're going to say it was a fumble, and I believe they're going to make it a fumble and a recovery from Brookings. So a second fumble this time by Lounsbury, and the Governors, who had it inside the red zone, don't get into the end zone with 7:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And for Lounsbury, probably, if this is a close game in Lounsbury, they're going to have the heat timeout as well. Coach Steele probably not going to say too much about it, but when they go back on film, they'll have a talk with Lounsbury on saying either you didn't do anything wrong, you were throwing the ball forward, or they'll say, what you need to do when you feel that pressure, being that sophomore quarterback. So 49-0 lead, 7:06 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
It is a 49-0 lead. Governors just fumbled the football for the second time here in this second half, but the Govs still have that 49-0 advantage, which was the halftime score. John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller. And Mendel here in the last 7 minutes and 6 seconds. Governors just want to finish out the shutout, one, but also probably want to see that second string be able to score a touchdown at some point.
Yeah, that would have been a good confidence builder for them too. And I think he was trying to, the rush was from the backside. He didn't feel it really.
As falling to the ground was, from the I formation, was Hunnemer, and he had fallen to the ground before he could get that handoff. And, of course, in high school and college football, once you are on the ground, the play is dead. And so it is, now we've got a cramp of a Brookings Bobcat. So Hunnemer will lose a couple yards, and we've got the Brookings Bobcat cramping right now. Can't see the number with 6:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got Pierre Governor volleyball for you. Coverage will start at 2:30, and kickoff will make that first serve at 3 o'clock. You get kickoff, first serve, and then you also have kickoff to start a soccer game and a half. But it's not the same as a kickoff to start a football game.
It's close.
It's close.
It's close.
But most of the time you don't try and kick the ball away. When you have the kickoff in soccer, you at least try and keep the ball for a little bit.
True. And you don't use a tee.
You don't use a tee.
We can go there.
Yeah, no tee. We'll just find all the differences. You don't start at the 50-yard line here in football like you do at midfield for soccer. No. Anyway, we have first serve at 3 o'clock for the Pierre Governors and the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles on Saturday. Tuesday, we've got volleyball again. Thursday, soccer, as the Govs will host Harrisburg Tigers. That is a couple of big games for both the boys and the girls' side. After the injury timeout, it'll be a handoff for Mathis and a couple of yards to make it third down and long here for the Bobcats. But Mendel will join me for the soccer games this next Thursday, and you can attest too. Those are going to be two big games for both the Pierre Governor soccer teams.
Yep, very big games.
They have a big game tomorrow as well for both the boys and the girls, taking on Spearfish out in Spearfish. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. A toss on third down. A couple of tackles there by the Governors. Carson Stocher back in the game. Trey Lewis was over there as well. And I think that's Trevor Rounds to finish off the tackle, maybe as well as also Grayson Schetzel, number 37. So the Govs will force another 3 and outs and another punt from Brookings.
Yeah, really nice play there by Rounds. Beat the block of the pulling lineman and stepped in and made a good play.
So 4th down and 5 from the 24. Another punt upcoming here for Drew Johnson, who has done a really good job punting the ball for Brookings. Their bright spot have been able to reverse the field a lot, or try to at least. This will be another Brookings roll that will go across midfield all the way down to the 44-yard line for the Pierre Governors to take over with just 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Governors up 49-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. And the Govs will be at 2-0. They'll be on the roll for the next two contests in Mitchell and then Yankton before returning home, and we'll have Huron, we'll have Brandon Valley, we'll have Watertown, we'll have Brandon Valley. There's a lot of really good games that will be coming up here at Hollister Field 3 weeks from now, but the next two road games are going to be big for the Govs as well. Shotgun formation, showing hard in the backfield. Receiver on the near side, that is Schoffelbein. Play action, throwing it. Catch is going to be made here on the nearest side on the flats. Reaching the ball out to get maybe an extra yard was Aiden Beam. And Beam will get maybe a yard. He might have lost a yard back to the 43. No gain. Second down and 10. So again, we'll have the post-game show coming up. We'll hear from a couple of players as well as Coach Steele. As Lounsbury will go back to throw, and that's going to be just incomplete. Hand got up near the ball by Owen Hopp, and then it was number 44 and Carter Merrill that couldn't quite corral it, and it's now third down and 10 with 3:35 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was a really nice throw on the out pattern to the sideline, had about a 10 or 12-yard gain, and that distraction of the defender cutting between him and the ball, just too much for him to get past and make the catch.
Lounsbury again back to pass here on third down. He'll roll to his right. Now he's going to step up, and he'll get out of bounds, and that will be a late hit. There's two flags that come in, and it will be a hold on the Governors and a late hit against the Brookings Bobcats that will most likely offset each other here. Although one, you might back up the 10 yards and then gain the 15 yards because it will be a dead ball foul after the play was over, a late hit. And if the referees talk long enough for the next 2 minutes and 50 seconds, they don't even have to really worry about making the official call. They can just let the clock run out and we'll just go home. The one flag is at the 39-yard line. The other flag is near the 45-yard line. Well, the clock is stopped at 2:48 left to go here. Thought maybe we could just get that thing to keep rolling around.
Illegal block in the back, number 75, the offense. That penalty enforced 10 yards from the previous spot. At the end of the run, we got a personal foul, laid it out of bounds at the 21 of the defense. That penalty be enforced after it's marked off 10 yards, scored 15, and it'll remain third down.
And there we go. We got the referee to move just 5 yards forward. There are a lot of times where they move the 10 yards back and the 15 yards forward. They were able to subtract it. 15 minus 10 is 5 and move the 5 yards forward. And so now it's going to be third down again and 5 here for the Governors as Lounsbury will go back to pass again, looking for Schoenhardt. He'll make the catch at the Governor, make that the Brookings 44-yard line. And it's first and 10 here for the Govs with now 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, nice pass there again. Just looking on that out route. A lot of cushion from those defensive backs that's been there all night. And get the completion, the first down. They ought to be able to run the clock out from here.
With 2:10 left to go here in the fourth quarter, Governors with that 49-0 lead. Lounsbury, empty backfield. He's going to get a design run right up the middle. Lounsbury gets a couple of yards to around the 39, a gain of about 4. And it will be up second down and 6 as the clock will roll to around the last 100 seconds of this second game of the season. We'll check scores from across the state and across 11AA. We'll get in the post-game show as well. Another handoff or another design run here for Lounsbury. And he'll get himself close to a first down again. He does have a first down. So with 90 seconds remaining, the Govs can maybe run one more play here. As it's first and 10 from the 32-yard line. $49-0 here for the Govs. Lounsbury will drop back to pass. He'll throw here the near side for Schoenhardt. Tiptoeing, making the catch is Schoenhardt. And he's out at the 24-yard line. right to the 26-yard line. And it's second down with under a minute to go. And the Govs can just have one more play to run here. With down to 45 seconds. Lounsbury with another design run up the middle. He's out to the 15. And he's going to be wrapped up and down around the 12-yard line, and that should do it. Unless Coach Steele wants to run one more play here. They are going to move a little bit quick here, trying to score one more time with 25 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Another handoff as throwing down is Lounsbury at the 10-yard line with 18 seconds left to go. And I believe maybe that will be the last play of the ball game. The Governors are going to win this one 49-0 over the Brookings Bobcats. Second straight shutout for the Pierre Governors, as they continue to roll and dominate so far. 81-0. They've outscored their opponents so far here in this 2023 season. 49-0 victory for the Governors. Back in 3 minutes with the postgame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Enrich your life with opportunities at Capital City Campus. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Earn money while getting your associate's degree. Licensed practical nurse. Start your nursing career in Pierre. This program has a 97% placement rate. Need to brush up on skills? Capital City Campus has a variety of online courses to choose from. From grants and low-cost loans available, we'll work with you to help make college more affordable. Call Capital City Campus today, 605-773-2160, or stay connected and check us out on Facebook. Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family-owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161, and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
As we welcome you back here, Pierre Governors with a 49-0 victory over the Brookings Bobcats. John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller as the Govs pick up their 2-0 start to the season. Real quick here, Watertown beat Huron 32-13. It is a 24-6 lead for Sturgis over Mitchell at the end of the three quarters. Yankton with a 2-point lead with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, and T-Area up 14-7 with 7 minutes left to go over Aberdeen Central as we welcome in our players of the game. As we will first hand the ball off to the man with the punt return for a touchdown, and Trey Lewis. And Trey, all right, take us through that punt return here, because you were on the near side and ended up all the way on the far side of the end zone over there. How did that happen for you?
Well, punt return, I mean, first of all, catch the ball, as Magic says. Catch the ball first. And then you just got to kind of see where the field is. Saw the field was open on the right side, ran up, followed my lead blockers, and they did a good job blocking. Just read it, scored a touchdown.
That wasn't your best punt return, though, because you had another one where you broke about 5 or 6 tackles all the way through. How tough was that, and how much fun was that to bust all those tackles?
I mean, I was a little mad just because I was telling Steele and Spore I probably had like almost 200 all-purpose yards, but that one got robbed from me. So, but it was fun. We kind of got flamed in film last week because our punt returns were awful in Aberdeen. So we worked on it, and it shows that we got it done.
Yeah, great job. Obviously, you got to carry the ball a little bit on offense, not as much as last week, but just talk about on the defensive side, because you're playing defense too. Oh, one thing I had to ask. Backup long snapper as well. Is there anything you don't do on the football field?
Well, I think Zayden got kicked off the field because his mouth guard wasn't in, and I'm our backup snapper, and all I hear is, Trey. I'm sitting down because I'm gassed from punt returning, and defense has been on the field all night. So I'm running out there, trying to get out there as fast as I can. I got the snap down. It was a good snap.
It was a great snap. It looked like you should be out there full time.
And I had my gloves on. I never snap with my gloves on, so I was just trying to get the ball back there, but it worked out.
Well, now the defense has got back-to-back shutouts. Obviously, after watching and seeing that Brookings was shut out in the first game, in this second game, knowing that was a possibility, how did you guys make that happen?
We knew a lot of film, but we knew what we had to do on defense, and we knew we could get another shutout. We know that our secondary is arguably one of the best in the state, so we shut down the run game. Pass game will shut itself down too. I mean, our defense is good at communicating and working together, so a lot of zeros this year for the defense, hopefully.
Well, congrats on the second win of the season. Looking forward to maybe talking to you a couple more times
Hopefully.
the end of the season, and we'll see you in Mitchell next Friday.
Yep, all right, thank you.
That is Trey Lewis, our first player of the game. Let's pass along here to Spencer Easlin, who had 2 interceptions. First one, take us through the first one here. Early on, you read that perfectly. Looked like you couldn't have read it any better. Take us through that play.
In practice every day, we've just been working on like the crossers, the guys coming up the middle, and Thor's just always said, be patient, and I saw the quarterback's eyes locked right into the receiver, and I said, yep, he's throwing it, and I jumped right on it and kept running. I thought I had the pick 6, and I juked back and cramped and fell, and I couldn't get back up, and that's the worst cramp I've ever felt. But, yeah, I know, I read it really well. We've been practicing that all week, and Thor's been honest about it every single day. I've been messing up in practice, but once in game, I lock in, and I'm ready.
Well, and then the second interception, tip drill, that's a lot of fun for defenders and able to jump higher than everybody else to make that play. Take us through that one, too.
That was another crosser, Spencer Schonsberg. Before the play, I even called. I said, he's either going to get a pick 6 or tip this one because I knew he was coming across, and he tipped it. And I saw the kid grab it, and I'm like, nope, that's my ball. I took it right out of his hands, and then a couple steps, and I got blown up. But, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Well, at least you got hit hard tonight, right?
Yeah, talk a little bit about the rest of the defense and what they're doing up front to allow you to sit back there and read the pass and put them in passing situations.
I think our D-line's got to be the best in the state. I mean, they get so much pressure on the QB so fast that QB just gets scared, and he's like, I got to throw this, and he kind of just throws it up, and that's when the DBs go and make plays. And our studs and our Zekes, they're on the outside in and inside on runs and on pitches, and if they don't pitch it, the quarterback's like, oh, I got to throw it, or I'm going to get sacked again here, and that just really helps out for us to make plays at the DB spot.
Well, I talked with Trey just a little bit ago, too. Back-to-back shutouts here to start the 2023 season. For you guys defensively, how nice is it? And then, is it a little bit more added pressure as each game goes on because now you go to Mitchell and you want to do the same thing again? Is it get a little bit more pressure-filled that you want to try and get shutouts?
I feel, in my opinion, there's more pressure because I think that people are going to have higher standards for us to say, oh, there's 2, they better get 3, 4, 5. I think there's a lot more pressure on us, and there's a lot of people saying this could be the best defense ever in the state of AA, so I think there's more pressure on us to keep getting shutouts and keep getting shutouts.
Do you like that, though?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You're in there like, holy, it's 0 points. Like, this is amazing. I'm getting picks. We're getting picks. We're making stops, sacks, fumble recoveries. It's so fun.
More donuts, right?
Oh, yeah. Donuts Monday morning, baby.
Monday morning or Tuesday morning?
It's Monday morning. We got film Monday morning.
Okay,
yep.
So even with the Labor
or
Day.
night. I don't know. Steele didn't really tell us what. Okay. Yeah, he said he'll put it in the 9. But, yep.
Enjoy the 3-day weekend. Congrats on a 2-0 start, and we'll see you in Mitchell next Friday.
Thank you.
That is Spencer Easlin. as we will move things around now here to Jed Zabel, who had the hat trick, 3 touchdown grabs here. Well, yeah, acting like it's no big deal, but take us through here. Your 3 touchdown passes. You and Kate Kaiser obviously have been playing together for a long time, but this being his first year as a varsity quarterback, the chemistry between you guys, you're the security blanket for Kate Kaiser. Are we seeing as much of the chemistry that you guys actually have in the locker room and just in all of football right now?
I mean, I think we all have chemistry. I mean, me and Kate always had chemistry growing up, wide receiver, tight end, quarterback and all that. I think everyone just has chemistry, but it just comes down to how the defense plays it. I mean, they're not really guarding me, so they're guarding our wide receivers more heavy, so it's just wide open for me.
Is that kind of making you scratch your head after what you had last year, the defense? I mean, you probably keep taking it, but does it make you scratch your head a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's just game plan with them. I mean, some teams just don't change. That's kind of how they are, even if they're getting blown up like that. But I think in bigger games they'll change, and we have to have Tyne and George come in a lot more.
Yeah, three TDs, 3 different pass patterns, I think. The first one was a deep post where you catch it on the goal line. Second one, kind of drag over, stiff arm a guy, walk into the end zone, good block on the outside. Third one, a little bootleg. What do you like the best on all those? Do you like that little drag where you can get the stiff arm on the guy?
I really like the drag. I mean, especially with Brock Mosier with that pancake, that was a big play by him. Shout out to him. But, yeah, he really set that up well. And we knew that 2 to 3 yard drag is always open, and it's kind of the fallback if all the other routes aren't open. It was just a good throw, good blocking by the line, and just good block overall with Brock.
And you got a chance to watch this defense a lot. You get maybe a chance every once in a while to get out there on the field as well, that defense. But how much fun is it to watch this second straight shutout from this Governor defense?
I mean, it's not really surprising. I mean, they've been doing it all year. It's just no slow grindstone with them, and with offense, we're just making them better. They're making us better, and it's just overall works well.
Hey, congratulations, 2-0 to start the season.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Friday in Mitchell.
Yep, thank you.
That is Jed Zabel, and now we'll turn things over. Back-to-back weeks here, we get to talk to Carson Stosher here. This time, not just an interception, but a pick 6. You had all that open space when you got to the ball. I mean, were you running fast to make sure that nobody caught up to you? Were you almost floating on your way to the end zone? Take us through that a little bit.
They were targeting number 10 quite a bit with that attach, and there was one play I let him go, and Thorson got on me, and I picked it up and went across with him and picked it off and started running. I was looking at the lines trying to figure out where the end zone was so I could celebrate, and just got in there. And
we're glad that you didn't drop the ball prematurely and didn't get in the end zone. That would not have been fun. But now a second straight shutout. For you, your second straight varsity start here for the Governors. How much fun has it been to get a second straight shutout?
That's exciting. Donuts Monday. That's what we work for.
Yeah, you called it right. They're targeting 10. Tetzloff over the middle, big 6'4" target. Do you ever think about, what were you thinking about? It's a big guy. If they throw it up, how am I going to get there? Or
he had one target. I was on him, and I just kind of popped him right when the ball got to him, and he didn't catch it. I was just going to do that the whole game. He's a big guy. I'm kind of little compared to him.
Yeah, and you did a really good job of undercutting that route, obviously, and taking advantage of the missed throw, so great job.
And congratulations, now 2-0 in the season. A chance to get Mitchell on Friday. We'll see you over in Mitchell taking on the Colonels.
Thank you.
That is Carson Stosher, our final player of the game. We'll wait for Coach Steve Steele to make his way down here and talk with him in just a moment. Let's go through some of the scores. First off, we mentioned earlier that Sully Buttes, they got a win over Sunshine Bible Academy with that 62-32 win. Over in 9AA, across the river, Stanley County, they were up in Dupree, but playing Stanley County, they got a 40-0 win. They're now 3-0 in the season. There's a shutout for the Stanley County Buffaloes as they go to now 3-0 on the season. Sturgis again in 11AA. Watertown got the win over here on 32-13. They're 2-0. Sturgis with a 24-6 lead right now over Mitchell with 7 minutes remaining. Mitchell is in danger of going to 0-2. Yankton is up now 28-19 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's going to be a later game. That one won't be done for a while. T-Area with 5 minutes remaining in the ball game has the ball and leading 21-7 over Aberdeen Central as they look to pick up the win over there. We have, let's see here, an 11B. Winner beat Webster Area 46-14. It was also Miller-Heimer Herald. They're up 16-12 right now with a minute to go in the third quarter as well. So a couple of scores from across the state. We're waiting for Coach Steele to make his way down and talk with him in just a moment. Hey, we almost didn't get a chance to talk to Brock Mosier. I was wondering if he was going to show up or not. We got one more guy to talk to. Brock Mosier makes his way up here after a couple of touchdown runs. And Brock, take us through the 1-yard touchdown run, maybe not so much, the 19-yard touchdown run. Take us through that one. You got to the outside and were able to get to the corner of the end zone. Take us through that run.
So I just follow behind Cade a little bit, and 50-50 tosses it. He tossed it, and I just read around Jet and Chance's butt. They had such a good blocks all night. And then George really got in front of the corner, and it made it really easy to read. And then just got going as fast as I could and hit the pylon.
Well, and for you guys offensively, it's, Jet had mentioned a couple names of the big blocks. Receivers are getting big blocks for you. It's not just your offensive line. How nice is it to have when you get to the outside, to have those guys not just worried about making catches, they're worried about blocking for you as well.
Yeah, no. Even when you're just a receiver out there, it's always in the back of your mind, like, if I don't get this ball, I got to go make a block. And that's something we've been working on in practice. Coaches are keeping it in our head, and we've been doing pretty good at it.
Yeah, it looked like the Brookings really struggled with that option play. Cade was doing a nice job reading the end and taking some big hits to get you the ball. Just talk about that.
Yeah, no, he definitely takes a hit every once in a while and just trying to keep it as close as we can so they don't read it right away and we get the best gain possible. And Cade, his eyes are really good right now. He just knows what to do with the ball.
And now on the defensive side, back-to-back shutouts for the Governors. For you on the offensive end, knowing that one score is going to be enough right now, and obviously you don't want to have just one score the entire game. But how nice is it to have that cushion, to have that opportunity of making a mistake if you have to, a little bit of leeway that you kind of play a little. Do you feel like you play a little bit freer because you know what the defense is going to be able to do?
Yeah, no, definitely. You always go all out knowing that defense is going to get a stop for you. And chances are they might get a pick six too, just the way they've been playing it. They've been playing lights out, and it's been super nice.
Now, that's a question. When you see Carson Stocher get the pick six, you're happy, but are you kind of sad because you don't get to go out on offense because you got to let the defense go back out there again? Is it kind of a, like, hey, great to get the score, but I kind of want to get back there on the field again?
No, it's a great feeling to see Carson Stocher run as fast as he can. His legs are moving so fast. You just watch him run down the sideline. You follow him. It's a great feeling.
Hey, 2-0 to start the season. Congrats on another shutout win, and we'll see you next Friday down in over in Mitchell.
Yeah, thank you.
That is Brock Mosier, our final player of the game, and glad that he was able to make his way up here to talk to us. And we'll wait again here for Coach Steve Steele coming down here in just a moment. But again, don't forget that we've got Pierre Governor Volleyball for you coming up 2:30 tomorrow with the 3 o'clock first serve. See Coach Twilliger making her way across here as we'll have volleyball tomorrow on the air. Don't want to forget about that. We've got plenty of college football Saturday into Sunday and Monday as well, and some baseball as well too. And we'll have full recap of scores tomorrow morning, as well as recaps of Pierre and Soleil Buttes football on KCCRradio.com. John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller here. Before we get Coach Steele down here, Mendel, your thoughts on this win here for the Governors?
Yeah, a lot of the players said the right things. Dominant defense and just both sides of the ball working in concert together, and you can't really ask for anything more. We talked in the first half of how balanced the offense was, running and passing, and certainly nice to not have Cade Kaiser get as many hits and have to carry the ball as much as he did in Aberdeen, and Mosier averaging 11 yards a carry, getting a couple touchdowns. Good to see the diversity.
Oh, and you mentioned it, too, with all these guys that we're talking about. And every one of them said, hey, the coaches were challenging us. The coaches were hard on us. They were kind of getting after us in practice this week. And a team that had a 32-0 win the week before, the coaching staff sets the tempo a lot of how the next week will go. And they made sure that this Governor team wasn't satisfied at being 1-0 with a 32-0 win. They had to come back out here and earn a win against Brookings and not just say, well, we're going to win against Brookings without having to play.
Oh, exactly. Again, 32-0 win, and coaches are setting the standard. That's not good enough. You find out what you can improve on and things like that. There's no perfect game ever, and I'm sure there was lots of things on the film that they found to to talk to the players about, and obviously the players took it to heart and tried to improve on those weaknesses and got rewarded.
So again, the Governors, they're 2-0 on the season. Watertown right now, they're also 2-0 after their win over the Huron Tigers. Looking at the rest of the state, Sturgis is looking to go to 2-0 after they picked up a win last week over their, I believe it was Rapid City Central, who they were able to beat last weekend to start off the season with a good first win. But they're at 2-0. Aberdeen Central is, T Area is looking to go to 2-0 as well on the season with their up 28-7 now with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to go to 2-0 after they squeaked one by of the Huron Tigers last week. The Tigers, the Brookings Bobcats, the Mitchell Colonels, Spearfish right now at down 28-19 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. They're in danger of going to 0-2. Yankton also another team that's looking to go 2-0. It looked like right now, if things kind of hold true, it looks like maybe Pierre and Yankton down in Yankton here in 2 weeks will be a big-time 3-0 contest between those two teams.
Yeah, for sure, and looking forward to that one.
So here is now Steve Steele, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, and coach of 49-0 victory over Brookings. Your thoughts here on that, on the big win?
Yeah, I thought it was a much improved week all the way around. I thought offense, you got to give credit. They kind of jumped us with a defense we weren't expecting there to start the game. And our checks were all off, so we had 3 really dead plays that we ran. But the guys did a good job coming to the sideline and refocusing, and then going back out united with a plan that worked and kind of took it away from there. And credit to the defense for sticking with their little momentum there. They got a couple first downs that first drive, and really good job by them just staying with the plan, not panicking, not worrying about anything like that. And then Eastland coming up with a huge play there and intercepting it, and then flipping the script from there.
Yeah, you said that, and we talked about it on the broadcast too. The first 3 plays kind of K'd up the middle, didn't got shut down right away, and Brookings came out with a plan, obviously, and then you guys just did a great job of adjusting and went to other things, and Mosier started running loose and things like that, and a credit to them. The offensive line, again, doing a great job giving him time and things like that. Talk about the replacement of Coverdale on that offensive line.
Yeah, it was a horrible deal, to have to deal with any time, but especially week one. Ty Michael got the nod today, and I thought he played well. Obviously we'll go back and we'll watch film, but, he did a great job locking down that wide edge. And, I think the plan changed, and that was the really scary part of this whole deal was, it's your first game, and you get a brand new defense the first play of the game, and you're really kind of lost. Everybody was kind of lost, and coming to the sideline, regrouping, and going back out and understanding what he needed to do. And obviously we went down and had great success from that point on, so he did a good job.
Well, so all the guys that came up here and talked after this game, they all had the same type of statement, whether it be from the offensive side, kick return, punt return side, defensive side, was coaches got after this week. They weren't happy about some of the things we did in practice, and they were challenging us. They were getting after us, and we made the plays in the game. For you guys and the coaching staff, it's probably not super hard, but when you look at a 32-0 win, there's a lot of people that would say, well, 32-0 win, great job, let's keep doing what you're doing. You guys, the coaching staff and the players also buying in too, that it wasn't good enough to win this week. Obviously it was not good enough to win this week because you got to get focused on this week. How much fun is it to see those guys respond to you guys challenging them up and down practice, even after a shutout in week 1 and now a shutout here in week 2?
Yeah, this is such a fun group of kids to coach because of that. They want it. They want to be challenged. They want to get better. And quite honestly, I felt bad, that we didn't devote the time that we needed to in certain areas of the game last week. And, we made that promise to the kids this week that, we're not going to leave any stone unturned this week. We're going to make sure that everything's sharp. We've got enough time allocated for all the different things. And, especially with special teams was the main area of that last week. We felt that we didn't dedicate enough time to that against Aberdeen, and it showed, just the timing was off, and the lane running wasn't sharp, and everything else. And, we made that a very big focal point, and that was about as good a special teams game as I've ever seen. Obviously the defense played phenomenal. Offense, after a hiccup, played really well. And I think that's the most satisfying part standing here now is that, really you feel satisfied with all 3 phases of the game. I think that was the big difference where, last week there was times you felt good on offense. There was really most of the game you felt good on defense, and very little of the game you felt good on special teams. So I think that was the proud part today, is seeing that the team really bought into all 3 phases, and it very much showed.
And, yeah, you got all three phases clicking, and you end up 49-0 at halftime and things like that. How valuable is that second half for the other players to get on the field and what that means to the program?
Yeah, I mean, those are huge reps. I mean, any rep you can steal for some of those younger guys, it's mistakes. I mean, and you expect those mistakes to some degree. I mean, for the majority of the time they were in there, at least offensively, they were playing against starters. And, to play against a starting defense or a starting offense is not an easy task for someone that, isn't a varsity player just yet. But when you go in there and you can play free and you're okay to make mistakes, then hopefully you'll learn that, I did this when I was up and it didn't work. So when I do get it and it is my time and it's not a big gap in the score, then I know what to do. And, hopefully you can make those mistakes now and then not make them in the moments that matter down the road.
I asked Brock Mosier a question to see how his response was going to be when we talked about the defense and get the punt return for a touchdown, you get the interception return for a touchdown, and now I'll ask you as a big offensive guy, not that you don't want to play defense, but you like to play offense all the time. You'd like to have the ball all the time. Are you a little bummed when there's a pick six because you don't get to call any plays on offense for another series?
Maybe a little, but at the same point in time, you're so excited for the kids. I mean, to see those, seeing Stosher get that one and head to the end zone on the interception. I mean, the amount of fun and the amount of smiles on their faces. I mean, how can you be upset? It's the same thing with Trey on his big return. I mean, how can you be upset with those moments and just seeing the pure jubilation? Those are things that on the offensive side, when you do things and you execute and you score, it's planned and everyone expects. You want to expect to score on a play that you're calling, and the kids should expect to score if they execute it, where an interception is not a guarantee because you don't even know before the play if they're throwing the ball or where they're going to throw the ball. And because that's so unexpected, it's just pure joy. So really so much fun to see those guys out there and just have a blast.
I almost got him. I thought maybe I could get him on that one.
No, he's on you. I thought the perimeter blocking was really good tonight. On Mosier's touchdown, you had – I think it was Stolle out there on the sideline and pinning them in. You had same thing on Zabel's run to the corner on the pass catch. Just talk about the perimeter blocking and the buy-in from those receivers.
Yeah, I mean, George had a fantastic, what would it have been, the second quarter? No, it was the first quarter. That first quarter took like an hour and a half. But I mean,
compare the rest of the game, yeah.
But I mean, I said George just on those ones. I mean, and that's a hard thing to do for anyone. I mean, it's a humbling thing to be a receiver. You want to catch the ball and to go out and block, and he did a fantastic job. And Mosier had a pancake on Jets, that one that you're talking about. He had a great pancake on it. And, that was our focal point from the offensive side this past week in practice and in film was to go and to finish those plays. It's real easy as a receiver to just kind of jog up and, tap the guy and say, all right, well, we're good. He's not going to get it here anyways. And then when he does, that guy makes the tackle, So that was a big thing, was to turn those 6- and 7-yard games we saw last week into, 15, 20 and more. And, again, I think they did an outstanding job responding to that challenge. And, he's a perfect example of it.
Now you get Mitchell next Friday. You get the Labor Day holiday on Monday. I think last year you guys were playing them on a Saturday, so you could use the Labor Day holiday as a way to kind of reset yourself going into the next week. Now you don't have that with an extra day. How do you handle Labor Day? How do you get ready for, do you give them the extra day off, or how do you get ready for Mitchell, and what do you expect from Mitchell next week?
Yeah, well, JV will be at Sioux Falls Jefferson on Labor Day, so we'll have a film session in a lift, but most of those guys will be down there playing, so we kind of don't plan on having Monday for a true practice anyway, and then from there we'll get our Tuesday, Wednesday normal days where we're padded, and then Thursday touch it up, and Friday go play again. We didn't really get a shot too terrible much. We try not to look ahead too far or anything, and they've got a new coaching staff this year, so I'm expecting a little bit of adjustments and changes there, and they're a younger team too. So I think those are just teams that in the beginning of the year they do start a little slower, especially with the new coach and the younger team. So we'll see what it looks like, but again at this we're getting to that point where a couple games in they're not going to be a young team anymore. Rookies are no longer rookies.
Great crowd tonight.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, really fun crowd tonight. Lots of green in the stands. Looking around and seeing everybody here. That's the jubilation part. That's fun too. As much fun as the kids are having on the field, it's so much fun to turn around and see everyone having fun in the stands too.
Well, we had fun up here watching the 49-0 win. Congratulations on the 2-0 start, and we'll talk to you next. We'll talk to you in Coach's Corner on Wednesday, and we'll talk to you in the pregame show next Friday.
Thanks, John. This begins our eternity of talking to each other, huh?
I know, yeah. I'll leave it at that. But
you can't see me on camera, but I'm super jacked.
Yeah, just as much as he was when Carson Stosher had the pick six for a touchdown for the Governors. We appreciate Coach Steele taking the time talking to us. A 49-0 win for the Pierre Governors here this evening over the Brookings Bobcats. Again, John Wickler alongside Mendel Miller. Your final thoughts here, Mendel, on the 49-0 win?
Yeah, not many flaws to detect. I'm sure they'll go to the film and they'll point out the ones that are there. But, yeah, just a great game. And, we talked before the game about Brookings improving from game 1 to game 2, and obviously the Govs improved from game 1 to game 2 as well. So just continue to build on that progress, and just a lot of fun.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow for volleyball, a lot of fun next Tuesday for volleyball, Thursday for soccer, Friday next week for football again. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch this Pierre Governor sports teams go. I know you'll be out in Spearfish watching the boys and girls soccer teams playing at the same time tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Time and 1 o'clock Mountain Time out in Spearfish. We'll have coverage at 2:30 for volleyball and first serve at 3 o'clock up in Aberdeen tomorrow afternoon. Thanks to Jackson Youngworth back at the station for Mendel Miller. John Wickler here signing off. A 49-0 win for the Pierre Governors over the Brookings Bobcats. As we say so long from Hollister Field, enjoy your Labor Day weekend.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Athletics on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Sports is brought to you by Wind Circle, the Clubhouse Hotel and Suites, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Faith Lutheran Church, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Slumberland Furniture, Lamb Motors, AGE, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Country Carpet, Capital City Campus, Shane's Pharmacy, Floss Dental, Grave Plumbing, Fording Electric, Fisher Round, Access Health, Billion Auto, Weatherall, The Swartz Agency, Xander Auto Parts, Todd's Electric, First United Methodist Church, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, Gales Gas, River Bottom Sanitation, Agtegra Cooperatives and Wheat Growers, Dakota Sprinkler, Graham Tire.